right, here we go. We on. Jay's on her way. Eventually, that's what she said, right? But she's supposed to walk in at any point in time and join us. We're gonna get started because it's already late in the evening time. I'm gonna start off on the top half on the pod on how we doing because we went 45 minutes last time. Or last episode, we went 55 minutes. Keep this quick. Happy birthday to my daughter. She turned 6 actually yesterday, legitimately yesterday.
We getting old, bro.
Yeah. Not even on top of that, though. She had like the whole birthday weekend type experience because yesterday had like just family come over yesterday. Then we went to Legoland today for her birthday, like the actual day. So I've been doing a lot of walking. So
how many steps you get in?
Shit, I don't even know, bro, to be real. I don't even know. I don't even check that. I check the calories. So 11,000 steps. I think that's around the norm.
That's about right.
It's around my norm. So yeah, we did that. We was there from like we opened the park and then left around 2:33 and park opened at 10. I did 5 hours, right? And I think that like this time around in comparison to previous times, we did everything. So like the last time we went, I want to say we got there around 11 or 12. And there was a long line. Today, there wasn't that long of a line at certain rides and stuff like that. So we got through. We went through every ride. Started from the very front right corner and just went in a full circle loop. So that was cool. Other than that, man, I really wanted that car that's on TV right now. I did, but they told me so. The Honda Prologue, I wanted it. Only problem is I heard that the battery at the bottom is GM.
It's all good.
And so they were like, "Oh, we're not making this car anymore." So yeah. Anyway, Lex, what you been up to, man? Football? They still doing flag football? Or is it over with?
No, it's over. We're taking a break.
How long is the break for? Because I heard there's another season starting in March or something like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. But so we're taking like 2 weeks break, you know.
Oh, they get right back to it?
Cold.
They get right back to it after?
Yeah, 100%. But he knows that the when we do flag, it's only to get ready for tackle.
When does tackle start?
August.
It starts in August?
Yeah, same thing as regular football season.
I thought they started like in like the summertime for some reason.
August is late summer.
Pop Warner's always been around that time. Obviously, it's not Pop Warner.
Same thing as regular football.
I guess you're right. That's crazy. So then, like, how? So the flag, there's just 2 seasons of flag, and then they just wait for the summertime.
You see your king?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's solid. Yeah. I don't know what look. Y'all need to worry about getting the center. Plus, you know it's funny you have all that hate, right? But I want to say they're second in the West.
I don't have no hate.
They beat Denver yesterday.
Woo!
They beat Denver pretty good yesterday.
Look.
I seen that, but they beat Denver yesterday, man. So, look, I'll put it to you like this. You got to stop hating on the Lakers. Go ahead, cue the music. Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most normalized Carl. To my front, I have my man at Just Lex. To my right, to his left.
Normalized Carl.
We have Blank Chair. Shut the fuck up. Juicy if she come in, you know what? I'll wait because I don't know if she coming or not. So
she said she's parking.
Oh, for real? Oh, you saw the text? I can't. So yeah. Oh, then we good. As long as she gonna be ready for the walk in and then go. So I had posed something to you while we were actually listening to music, and I said Anthony Edwards had came on. For those of y'all who do not know who Anthony Edwards is. Anthony Edwards is a NBA basketball player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He is one of the rising stars in the league who is supposed to be taking on the torch. Once LeBron James leaves, he's one of the guys that's supposed to be taking it for the Americans, right? Because, you know, they got SGA's from Canada. You got, you know, Jokic who's from Serbia and all that, right? These guys are not United States citizen guys. So I said to Lex, right? I said it's crazy that the face of the league, I use a different term, has women though, right? Plethora. He has a main wife that or fiance or girl that he's supposed to be, doing this whole dad thing with in 2025. He's supposed to be that guy. And then he keeps having women that he has, children with. Now, that's none of my business. My only thing was, it's weird that he is supposed to be the face of the league with all these demons that are outward, right? That's what my thing is, outward. The other stories that we talking about, right? Like, look, we can even throw your guy in there, your GOAT, Kobe, right? The Colorado incident.
What do you...
There was hey, listen, I'm not jumping too crazy off the ledge. Relax.
You better relax.
I am gonna relax, but I'm saying even that was like trying to be like swept under the rug. My man's text messages that he be getting on.
What do you mean?
The whole Kobe incident, he didn't want the publicity, is what I'm saying. And no one does. You think Steve Smith wants the publicity? That's why when you heard him on the phone, you heard him on the phone yesterday. He ain't saying words. Steve was like, "You ain't about to get me," and I felt Steve because I was like, "Yo, when you got to face what you said." Because the message is wild. Now I ain't saying I wouldn't get nothing off like that too, but still, I don't even send those type of messages for that reason.
Hey. I wouldn't dare send those type of messages.
No, you don't send those. I don't think you do.
I can't get that shit off.
I can't even get you to
What
like.
you mean?
Yeah, I don't even.
I can't get that off.
What you mean? Yeah, you can't.
No.
Oh, you personally can't say it like that.
Based on what she said, based on what he said versus how she responded.
Yeah. He said it in the most polite way.
I know. I can't get that off.
That was a polite way of saying it, but I will say, in regards to that though, right? It's like, yo, man, look, and you gotta chill.
Yeah.
He does have to chill. And that's where, like, here's the problem with these young dudes, right? And I guess we can have a broader topic conversation on this. These young dudes don't care about, like, how they look and how they come across. They just really here to have a good time. They heroes is like Gilbert Arenas. I do like Gilbert too, but do you like Gilbert as a role model for the kids? Like he come
for
into
my entertainment, yes.
For your kids, he comes in for
entertainment
for career day. He comes in like, hey, have you seen that? Like they said, what's your boy Lou Will? He said, yo, my first year in the league, he was like, they had Gilbert Arenas come in and talk to us as new rookies, and they was like, yo, what would you do if you wasn't? You know the story?
No.
They was like, what would you do if you wasn't a basketball player, right? And Gilbert Arenas, they said he paused for a second, and he said, I'd be a pimp. And it's like, Gilbert, come on. Like somebody tapped him. It was like, Gilbert, come on, man. Give him an honest answer. Stop playing.
Shit.
He said, I paused again. And he said, I'd be an international pimp.
not just...
He's like, I doubled down. Right? And they was like, yo, and Lou Will was like, yo, that's what Gilbert became one of my favorite players in the NBA. Look at your heroes.
That's like, exactly.
That's nasty.
No.
This is why we got the problems we got now in our country.
Look at that's my hero.
Who, Gilbert Arenas? That's a nasty
when
hero to have.
Heroes, he said
that's a very nasty hero to have.
I don't want it, but it's so funny that.
You act like you don't see me.
No, you good. They already know you walking in like this. Don't worry, you're good.
Oh shit!
Knows me. My people know me.
Yeah.
She's gonna get mad.
Why?
Why?
Because we said that Gilbert Arenas supposed to be an international pimp.
Yeah, because he's an international hero.
No, he's not. He's not a hero.
Yeah,
Stop saying that.
To me,
no, he's not. No, he's not. He's
international hero to me.
Do you know who Anthony Edwards is?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we were talking, but before you got in here, Anthony Edwards is a young man that plays in the league, right? And so he has a fiance/girlfriend, but he keets having multiple women that he's having other babies with.
He's an NFL player?
NBA.
Oh, okay,
same thing. Same shit. Yeah, he's a professional black athlete.
How long has he been with his wife?
Shit, maybe 2 years. It's not even his wife, his fiance, I believe.
Yeah,
but this is like the second or third kid, I think. I think it's the second one. At some point, it's on her too, though, right? So I was like, yo, at some point, it's like, yo,
listen.
Why is he your hero?
It is. She get mad at you, not me.
Before you got here.
Oh yeah. Well, because I said, I said that
I was having fun before you got here. That's
all. I'm the fun killer.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
For him specifically.
Oh, for who? Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ant-Man. But
That's
no,
all.
I don't know. She would probably agree with us
No, she's not.
and say that it's on her. He's going to do what he's going to do.
All right, let's go.
I'm the fun killer.
He's
now.
going to do it.
All right,
let me kill the fun.
He's hyped up today. He's hyped up today.
He
He came in with energy already.
Dang.
Talk about put on Animal Planet. Oh, yeah, he put on no Animal Planet. What's wrong with that?
That's fire too.
Oh, my God. But anyway, Jay, how you been?
I've been good.
Yeah? It took a lot to I know. That's all good. How was your week, though?
You know,
Has it been better than previous?
Yeah, I definitely think it was better. You know, it started rough because Sunday, last Sunday, I missed church and I had like a breakdown. I was so sad. And I just had a hard weekend. Like my kids were being kids, just, you know when you make plans and your kids just,
Like, yo.
you're like, why did we leave the house?
Yeah, it don't even make sense.
Like, why do we ever leave the house? Like,
Who does she think we are?
like
She thought we were going to go out here with peace? No.
Why? And yeah, so that was hard. But I think, the rest of the week, it kind of felt like a throwaway because I had like a hard week, but then I had an appointment with my mindset and life coach I'm working with for like the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And was able to like process with her and talk to her and really get like, work through it and get a plan. And so recognize like my triggers and, so that was a good turning around point for me, which is like why I'm like, having like a therapist or a coach or a mentor or somebody, you know what I mean?
Right,
that
yeah.
you can, and not just like a friend, like somebody who, you have some kind of different level of respect for, or they have a different level of understanding to be able to help you navigate.
That's a real thing. What you just said, like for somebody to tell me something, I gotta have a little bit of respect, for them. And as I've moved up and like got a little sharper too, like that becomes a little few and far between.
Yeah,
that's why I be telling people sometimes. I be like, look, man, I'm not the messenger for this.
Yeah,
they don't do like the people that I be talking to.
I'm not the messenger. For
like for example, like that whole group chat I'm in with them, they don't fucking respect anything I say. It's not even worth me even saying some shit sometimes.
You be saying some bullshit most of the time.
To y'all, see, you get what I'm saying? To y'all, I'm like, that's okay, I get it. Yeah, I'd say the same about you. Like, yo, you came in, you see what I'm saying? That's pride. But I'd be like, there's nothing wrong with that. But look, the life advice, I don't come in there. I asked y'all some bullshit yesterday morning. Like, yo, is it safe for me to wear this? I'll come ask y'all that. I bought me a crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious shirt from the TV off. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, yeah, this will be cool. Yeah. But I seen the dude that sells it and wears it. I was like, oh, am I going to be safe? Like,
what do you mean by safe?
I don't want what I said was I didn't want these young dudes to think I bang or nothing.
Oh,
because the dude that wears it, he's of that life.
That's part of the song, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Hopefully, I look old. I want to look old in that shirt.
You sound old.
This is the one time I want to look old in that shirt. Yeah, I don't want no for smoke. Look, these young dudes is different.
Really?
Hell yeah.
They're waiting. They're just waiting to like start a problem with somebody.
No, I'm just in general.
Yeah.
I told y'all the other day they rapping to the. I mean, they are singing R&B songs to the ops. That's wild to me.
You did mention
that's
that.
a wild way to go out.
You were joking.
Yo, you don't sing to me and then like shoot me. That's crazy or bang on me.
Serenade me while
yeah,
you're
don't come out
me.
the car playing Keith Sweat, but like the gun version, and then be ready to get me. So
the gun version.
Yeah. Hit my hand claps. I'm ready. I'm on bullshit today. We definitely I gotta be trying to preach. We try not to be here that long. Who?
What?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's the sun.
Oh.
No, say what you gotta say because it sounds like
it's the sun. What are you talking about?
I thought maybe he skinned
his knee. Did you fall?
which part?
Which part is crazy?
Your knee that looks like scraped up a little
bit.
Oh, that's not.
That's your skin.
You don't even know that you had that, Grandpa?
Don't flick it.
Goddamn, Grandma, you just feel it though.
Sand.
That's definitely not sand.
It is. No, it might not be sand, but I was in sand. So if it's not sand, then I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
his feet look fine.
I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna take the L.
Your feet look fine.
Yeah, I clipped my toenails.
It's only one. It's only one knee. I clipped my toenails. It's crazy.
That's all I can say to y'all.
Are you a barefoot person?
No, not like this. That is DNA.
100%. I don't want to
He hang around black people his whole life, but he can't help certain things.
I don't want to be a barefoot person.
But you know what's crazy? I don't think he was like that though when we was young.
No, I wasn't.
He wore socks. He always wore slides. I will give him that.
Shoes?
Those slides, like his slides have to look like that. He will not deviate from that type of slide. Right? It don't matter what it is. It's got to have at least 4 inches of thickness. You got to be able to get your fingers across like that. Right. It's got to cover the toe.
100%.
Why don't you ever wear shoes?
He used to wear socks though.
Why don't you wear jeans?
He's not wrong. Listen.
Why don't you ever wear fucking shoes, bro? I thought you said you liked Jordans and shit.
And your toes is a whole other complexion.
He's
I've
not
known this
wrong.
man for
Listen,
8 months now, and I've never seen him wear a shoe.
If he looked gray. You gotta get out the sun, B. You gotta get.
Wrong. Listen.
I know I'm not. Yo, you gotta get. Yo.
It was laundry day. It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Man.
Because I got to do better, right?
Why don't you wear shoes?
Sarah V.
I do.
Coming your way.
He's not wrong.
With cocoa butter.
Okay, I give up. Why doesn't
it doesn't matter.
Did you wear shoes like when you guys go to like a barbecue or like a hangout party?
Yeah, he wears shoes in.
I'm not gonna not wear shoes to a barbecue.
Yeah, he wears shoes. He's not coming out there like that. He ain't that much like that's like
the only reason I do this now is
that's
like,
the 90s white uncle you described.
When I do this, like I was doing all that, like I'm about to go to bed.
True.
Most of the time. That's
it's 48 outside. Just saying. No. It's
57,
cool.
but
that's cool. Hey, you like it? I love it.
57. You
like it? You like it? I love it. I ain't mad. I am not mad at it.
I'm about to go to bed.
Shows to watch. I'm gonna start off at the top with this. And I thought about that today. I was like, yo, I've never started a pod with shows to watch.
Oh yeah, wow.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this might have some long run time. So I the first 2 episodes of Love Is Blind.
Oh yeah, I'm in it.
You watched it?
I'm ready. I'm all the way caught up.
How many episodes have you?
I'm all the way caught.
Okay, me too.
I've never been not caught all the way up.
Can we say that we were wrong?
No, I can't.
I would say after the 4th episode, 5th episode, it got a little interesting.
I thought you guys were wrong. After I went home, immediately watched.
The first 2 were snooze fest. Come on, man, be real.
Okay, wait.
I knew we was gonna be here for a while.
The trauma bonding.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're not gonna say I'm not wrong. We're gonna say it's better. We're not gonna say it's great.
I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm just saying, it
We're
is
gonna
better.
say it's better.
Yeah, it is.
The first 2 episodes, terrible.
Oh, girl with the nose ring set it off.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that was the one that was like,
that's
yo.
my trauma bonding. Oh, that's my girl right there.
Okay, can we talk about
she
that?
She didn't get engaged, right?
Yeah,
I know. You know why? Because she didn't talk to me.
She's a trap artist, though.
No.
She didn't like the second guy.
She didn't talk to me. That's why.
The second guy that she fake cried and said, "Oh, I can't do this, and it's disrupting my. I'm not at peace right now." Come on, fam. She didn't like that motherfucker because the way she was sitting on that couch, right when he was talking about it and he was defending old boy. Oh, that I said, "Oh, I know that. That's how my friend be looking when she be boiled up." With my man, I said, "I know that's the grit."
She was trying to hold it together.
Hell yeah, she's like, "Yo, Lex pissed me off today. I will kill him."
Wait a minute.
But I'm just saying, I knew what the grit looked like.
Yeah.
That was, I've seen other versions. That's just the most updated one.
Listen,
yeah, she was trying to hold it back on that one, like for the good. Yeah.
Good for her.
But y'all don't think she was trying to emotionally trap people?
No.
If
she was doing that, she would be on these.
So I be running to Reddit, episodes. And there was a whole community that like agreed with me. That's why I was like,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I know what you're getting at.
Okay, explain to me where I'm getting at. Then.
Yeah. The trauma dump. Like, listen, if she was talking to me, we would. I can marry her.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of.
I'll help you out, right? So this makes sense. That where I'm getting at. My problem with her was like, yo, my man was like, look, I can work with you on like you having mental health problems.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, but you gotta, he's like, I don't know what that looks like. Right? And you have to let me know that you're willing to open up to me about those things. And all she said was, well, I could try my best. Like, yo, that's not advertising if I'm asking to be your partner.
She's the one. she's the one who said, "I'm not moving forward with you." She said no, not him.
No, not that guy. I'm talking about the second guy right now that walked out.
Okay.
He was really triggered by her though. Like as soon as she had explained that she was kind of like a runner and that he had like that.
That's not her fault.
Anxious like attachment. I kind of felt like she had like I didn't like how that conversation went.
Tell me, because I feel like I do feel like I know what you're talking about.
I felt like she was like he was like judgy, and she kept kind of like she kind of had to keep like reiterating like I acknowledge this, I'm working on it. It's not something that like I tried to default to, and he was just so like caught up in like I feel like he was so anxious by the idea of just knowing that was something that she and her ex, that's a dynamic they had. And he even kept saying, like, I know, like, with his ex, he was like, I know with my ex it was more extreme, but I'm just worried about it. And she was like, okay. It's at the point where it's like, well, how many times can I, like, say, like, okay, this is a fucking problem?
Can you relate to the fact that, like, and I'm not saying this happens or I know any information on this. I know he is like this. So that's probably why he's saying that.
Stop pointing at me.
Because I know this to be true about you. She says she's avoiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And so do you feel like you can like relate to her like in that factor, or do you feel like you let things be known?
Oh no, I'm like homeboy. I'm anxious.
Yes.
I got that anxious attachment for sure.
And so the avoidant piece to me, like that's why it's like he's asking for something that her personality just can't say yes to. Right? He's like, yo, can you promise me that, like, yo, if you have a moment where you just shut down, that like we can at least eventually get through it somehow, some way. And if you tell me on the other side, hey, look, I'm gonna try, that's not advertising if I feel like if I'm gonna for a proposal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do, but I feel like he was so like I just the tone of that conversation left me with like an ick towards him.
At the last one they had?
When they first like disclosed that information together and they were hashing out. The follow-up conversation was a little bit better.
Right.
It seemed like tensions had,
Oh, you're saying I get what the first one, it seemed like he was kind of drawn back from her when she disclosed that.
Yes.
Okay,
and
now.
judgy to me and kind of kept like, and and that's why at some point it was like, what else can she, that's what I'm saying, like what else could she say? Because she said like, I know this, that's not something I want to do, and he was just all freaked the fuck out, and he was like,
I love that.
So, but I get it, because he's got abandonment issues, and she said she's a runner.
So then let's take that same conversation and that same rhetoric and apply that to the light-skinned black dude with the brittle-looking hair.
Super brittle.
And you know what? I hated on him. Right, and I said, yo, he's weird. Then he hit me with the back. He hit me with the, hey, I almost ended it all. I said, fuck, he's got my respect again.
He thought he was me.
Yeah, yo, relax.
Dude, did you expect him to freak out when she said that she was pan or bisexual, or whatever?
That's where I was telling you where I was like, yo, it kind of gets a little interesting now.
The fact, oh my.
So if
no, okay, no.
Go ahead.
What?
No, because you're taking it to.
Well, I'm just saying the fact that there's a lot of we have the mental health and now we have the sexuality piece that's being thrown out in these shows.
Yeah.
Right. And here's the thing. Right. The reason why I did not like this is because these people were plain Jane, like white people from Minnesota, but then they start coming in with not so plain Jane situations that were happening to them that made it more interesting for me. Because I'm like, oh shit, how does these white people react to like these 2025 problems? And what the fuck is their parenting? Even their parents, the parent meetup. I'm like, how is this gonna look? Because these are people that don't do shit like this. This is like middle America, old school Canadian. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, like those type of people outside in the snow, frozen outback, like all that shit.
A few parents had to be talked into it.
Okay, there we go.
We're still working on mom and dad.
Minnesota's a weird place.
Yeah,
dude, do you think homeboy is genuine?
Which one?
With the Prince Charming hair. No, sorry. The white guy with the Prince Charming hair. And
the one that was supposedly
accused of. Do you think he
with the good parents? With the good parents? What are we talking about?
The one that with the Instagram. The good parents.
First of all, stop.
They did the first parent-to-parent meet and greet. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is a whole different episode.
Wait, is that too different?
This is the white dude that was with the girl, and they pulled him aside, and she was like, yo, she said, can I get my phone? Because I swear you follow me.
No. Yes.
And
Okay.
she was freaked out because she thought
that's the same dude I'm talking about.
Do you think he was a
listen.
setup? Or do you think it wasn't?
I don't know. How would you know that info, though? That's what I was sitting there watching.
So,
like, how would you get that?
I had...
What's your gut instinct?
Are you guys all the way caught up?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the 25th or whatever day
Whatever
it
day,
is.
we're waiting.
Yeah, whatever one of them days. I'm good.
So I had...
Oh, if you have not, spoiler alert, go ahead and click forward.
Yeah.
If you haven't got that far, or if what we're saying is interesting enough, go check it out yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're invested.
So that's one of the, like, they're gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Do you
what I mean?
think so?
Like when you see it, like, you're like, oh, okay,
I
all
think
y'all
it's the
parents
real
like
deal.
each other. There's no
Exactly.
issues compared to everybody else.
But that might go lean into what she's saying because he already seen her before. Like, yo, that's the one I need.
no.
Bad.
That's what. That was like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
cleared it up.
Where we're at now, that's not an issue no more.
No, doesn't seem to be.
That's
I
not
think
an
she's
issue
had her
no
phone
more.
for a while too, and just like,
Okay,
yo,
either way,
I really was tripping.
But
Sure.
I had an issue
fact it didn't get
when
brought
all the
up
parents met
again.
each other and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm just glad you got to meet him, his real life. And she's like, I love her and all this and that.
Yeah.
Man, I had an issue with that.
Why? I thought it was so special.
It was.
Like
No.
they were married
It
20, 30 years. The other one was married
I know.
50 years or
right,
something
50 and
crazy.
35.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
I was hating.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's all it was.
yeah,
No, I'm not
always
saying I had an
hated.
issue like, oh, I had it. No, I was just hating. That's all.
At least he told the truth.
It was big hating. But
Okay, so wait a minute though. Oh wait, go ahead. You go.
because I'm like, damn, it's hard. On TV, it's hard to see what I want to showcase my child. Right? So in a perfect scenario, you can say, hey, my parents have been together for 50 years. My parents have been together 35 years. All this shit, right? In my life, I can't do that. I have to show my kids something else. Right? I have to show my kids something else. So I'm like, what can I show my kid that makes sense, that makes him hopeful going forward with somebody that he's with? Like, oh shit, my parents aren't together, but I still believe in what we got based on what my dad or my mom is showcasing me.
That's all perspective though, right? Because assuming so, like if me and my
But
wife
I'm
made
the
it.
fun killer.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm the fun killer.
No, I'm always the fun killer.
Assuming so, right?
I'm always-
When I walked
we
in,
might have, we might have the
This got
episode
deep
title.
all of a sudden.
Okay, hey,
I
she
thought
kept
we were-
that. She kept that too.
Always.
She said, "I'll wait to
I'm
throw this
always the fun
motherfucker."
killer.
No.
Spades,
But-
motherfucker.
But listen, but
Spades, motherfucker.
Waited.
Now I'm
But-
gonna
but
spin that
that's what
bottom
I'm
part
saying, like-
towards it, closer to him. Spin it. There we go. Spin that.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Here we go.
I got it.
My bad.
But that's what I mean, right? Like, I'm not wrong.
So what do you put on then? What? Because me too. I need that too.
I don't know.
Oh.
But that 50 is not like a solid 50. Like there's bullshit
No,
in that 50.
It's not.
There was probably plenty of times they wanted to get divorced.
100%.
There's probably plenty of times where my man
Cheated.
I'm
yeah,
just talking-
all
I'm just
kind of
talking
shit.
about-
Oh, well,
I'm
Yeah.
just talking about what I show my kids.
yeah, but you can't show them the fake
Well, you-
shit. You got to tell them
I'm
it's
talking
real.
about, but what Netflix showed us was, hey,
Before shit got crazy with both of y'all, there was a period where shit got great, where shit was great.
yeah.
Even before, like, my shit's
I'm
beautiful
just talking
now.
about
Like,
what
I don't even
Netflix-
act like my shit is great. I hope not. Do I come off like my shit is amazing? Motherfucker, you was there for
I
some
hate
of them
a little
conversations.
bit, yeah.
Why? Why? You were there for some of my bullshit. Don't do that.
No,
Don't put
you-
me on the
you-
highest
no, you
pedestal
keep it
when you
real.
was there when I was
Hey.
getting killed.
Hey.
Yo, I was getting killed.
I hope. I'm there.
Yeah, it was like,
I
I
want you to
remember-
get killed again.
I've been acting great. I've been trying to get better.
I've been
This
acting
is
great.
this
Great.
better be.
Great
100%.
progress.
Yeah.
No, I
Don't take it
I
back.
I love all of it. I'm just saying. If somebody were just only to watch Netflix, it would be different. I'm not saying you don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm just saying You know what I mean?
That whole group is like the last of the Mohicans.
What
I
whole
don't think
group?
they make white people like that anymore.
In Minnesota? No. Hey,
where are they?
this shit is
Minnesota.
dry
Oh,
as
they really
fuck. This
They
is
really
the
are.
most boring. Ooh,
Dude,
I
you
hate
got
it.
you have
not
great.
boring.
It's not really boring though.
I
It's
don't-
like-
no, no, no.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh,
It's not boring.
Let's
No,
continue to
based
rev it
off
up.
What I get,
Wait, wait,
how
wait.
I give it up, how I give it up.
So
Oh, the
why are you all
previous
the
one.
way caught up then if it's
Yeah,
boring?
because he's a completist. But
Oh.
One,
That's
and
but
also
the previews is looking fire.
invested.
Because
Are they?
old girl said, "Look,
I want to see the
old girl.
pink-
I don't know. I want to see the black dude because old girl was looking crazy when he went over there and was like, hey yo,' and he's like, it's so easy talking to you.
Yes.
And it's like, my
What
man,
you
I'm gonna
talking
be
about? What you
regrets
mean?
judging her on the.
the black dude meets up with the basketball
Yes.
girl later
Okay.
on, and he's like,
Oh.
yo,
And
it's
his
so
light
easy
girl that
talking.
he said, I'm
fiancé
not
was
fucking with
hot.
you.
Well, because he didn't like the fact that she said she messed with girls before.
Yeah.
Yo,
And-
can we
and-
talk about that?
Yeah.
Can we
No,
talk
we
about
are
that?
talking.
Yeah,
the reason
yeah,
why
yeah.
we're talking about that is because his mom with the wild. Hey, look, bless her heart, she was a very nice lady. But that red hair,
I need a whole.
that
we
red,
talk about that?
red hair was killing me. But at the same token,
Red hair.
that family wasn't accepting that black girl coming in here talking about, yo, I used to mess with girls,
That's real.
and he knew that. It
That's
wasn't the
real.
fact that he didn't
His
like
family.
her. His family was
His
not
family.
fucking with.
Okay, yeah.
Because
You're
even the
absolutely
sister didn't
right.
like the prenup conversation, in which I understood where old girl was coming from.
Me too.
Yeah, and
Me
it sounded
too.
like she had her shit together.
Sound like she
and
lived in
he
L.A.
did-
for a little bit. That's what the
sound like
Hollywood
she
girls
had
be
her
talking
shit
about.
together.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at that.
Me
and he was
neither.
still buying shoes.
I saw his shoe. I was like, hey, bro.
That's probably that was
Yeah.
the done deal for her when she saw.
She like,
and then what he told her was
how
like
much were these?
600
About
a pair.
seven.
Seven.
She started doing the math. she
About
was like,
7. No.
That had me thinking like, this is why women, they didn't give a fuck about
He
our
said,
shoes
"Oh,
back then.
I gotta, my back hurts. I got a few.
That probably grind your gears because you
I
probably
gotta-
didn't think he was that good.
Huh?
You probably didn't think he was that
He
good.
wasn't.
That's
No, but I'm saying no. He had some real. He said he had some medical
Yeah.
bills.
Here's
That he
can we be
didn't-
real too?
he was in an accident.
He didn't get his
Were y'all
medical
buying
bills.
the ibuprofen story?
Oh, about him being.
Oh,
Like
the
abusing
fact that
it.
the fact that he's a
Well,
pill addict.
Okay,
And
we're
he
not
didn't
going
wanna
to
say it like that?
I don't
I'm
want
not
to say. I didn't
shaming
say
him.
it.
I'm
It's the
not
way you
shaming-
said it. It's the
I'm
way
not
you
shaming
said
him.
Both
it.
of you said it.
Oh, I said
No.
it bad too.
What did you
No.
say? Pill addict?
I didn't say that. He
I
said
said
that
it.
shit.
I
So
said
what
it.
did you
I said,
say?
are we buying the
you're-
abuse
So
story?
you're
He's
okay,
a
not
pill
that-
addict,
but
and
you
he
are
didn't want to say it like
questioning-
that.
If I told you I abuse water,
Nobody abused water. That sounds like you're
It's not
drowning.
the
if your
same.
back hurts and you taking Advils, I feel you. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
I tell you to take
But
another
didn't
one.
he say it? Kind
I tell you to take another one.
I tell you to take another.
No,
you weren't saying that when I was
You
thinking
was-
about doing math.
That's different. You get what I'm
Little
saying?
methy?
Yo, you're talking about getting rid of inflammation. She's talking about fucking raging in the streets.
Yeah. all I'm
I
saying
thought
is,
euphoria.
Oh,
I'm
but
just saying
he's
that-
not getting that. He's getting it.
No,
No, I
But
can move
didn't
again.
He say it escalated to something else?
No, I think he just said he was just popping like 12 a day,
Yeah.
which is crazy for
I'm
your
just saying
kidneys.
the way
and
they
your
talked
liver.
about it, they didn't do it right.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't it interesting? He gave both women the exact same.
That was part.
speech?
That was kind of corny to me too.
No,
That was kind of
But-
corny.
I'm
to me.
okay with that
What?
because he was trying to figure out who he was rocking with. He had to tell them the same story because I'm about to propose based on how y'all react to
Oh,
this
you're
story.
right. I didn't even notice
That's
that.
how I took it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how
That's a
I
good
took
Which
it.
I think is fucked up because old girl,
No,
my
he
dark
was-
skinned sister, I loved
but
her
he
too.
wasn't fucking with.
She's the most.
loved
But he
her.
wasn't fucking with no gay girl. That's
Well,
That's
because he
crazy.
knew-
That's what he
Yeah.
did.
Because she
Not me.
warmed up
Don't-
to him.
you-
Not
no
me.
gay
That's
girl?
what he
That's
did.
crazy.
Not me.
Yo.
Not me.
She identified
I
as
fuck
what?
with the gay girl. He
not
don't.
even like bi
Questioning.
curious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
questioning.
curious.
That's not me. Him. Not me.
However, that did make me think because you guys know I'm a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so I'm a little queer.
And I
but
was
Hold on, let her get her shit off.
Yeah,
Hold
I was
on.
upset at him.
you know how she said like when I think about like who I'm gonna marry,
Right?
it's a man, and I definitely can see myself
Yes.
like having maybe like a long relationship with a woman, but when I like just like fantasize or envision, naturally it's a man that
As an
I
alpha
see.
straight man, I don't know how.
That's
I
the-
feel kind of weird when you say that
No,
too.
Really?
no, no, no,
Like
no,
if
no.
we had a wall up and I hadn't
No.
seen you in
I'm
5
rocking
days
with
and
her.
you said that,
Let me
and
rock
I said,
with her.
But
the
I
emotional
literally
piece.
just said at the end of the day,
Let me-
I end up with a man.
Let me rock with her. I'm
But
rocking with her.
his question
No,
was, I
no.
get what you're saying. I'm gonna
I'm
get this
rocking
off.
with
I'm
her.
gonna let you go. His thing was, But do you feel like you could just turn that off?
Yes, I don't care.
She was like, "Oh, who I'm with is who I'm with." It's like, no. What he's asking though is if we're walking out, do you walk by and like, damn, she thick? Like,
that's
I like
what she
that.
said,
and that's why she was. Of course, the
And to him was like, "Yo, I gotta fight off both."
And that's
like,
why he's a weenie because the attraction, of course, is still there. I'm always gonna find women sexy, beautiful, attractive, but I'm choosing to be with you and a man. And that I'm gonna still find men attractive. Like that's why the logic is lost on me because I'm like, well, because I'm with you or I'm straight. Like I still think other men are attractive.
Here's how I took it.
Well, because I said that because he's Christian. And
I
feel like their bubble.
And I don't give a fuck about that.
Because if you went around telling people at the church you went to, like I was saying, that's what I'm saying.
Here's how I took it. She said,
I'm trying to get in good over there. Okay?
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad.
She said, "Hey yo, let me tell you something. All I can think about when I think about my fantasy is marrying a man. But you know what? I've rocked with some girls before. Yeah. All I took from that was like, yo, my
Even
man.
before coming on the show too, though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Go ahead though.
Based on how she said it on the edit that I saw, I said, yo, my man, you fucking up. What are you talking about? She literally told you, hey, guess what? You know what? I fuck with girls a little bit, but guess what? I can only see myself marrying a man.
Exactly.
And he had an issue with it.
Well,
all I heard was, hey, yo, I only want to marry you, but guess what? We might have a little fun because
oh god,
how I get down. That's all I heard.
And that's God. That's why cis men are so annoying.
No,
because you just automatically assume that means that you get to participate or there's a third.
That's not what I mean.
You just said that's what you heard.
That's
we can
what
have
I heard.
Some fun. What does fun imply?
What do you mean?
No. Okay.
Exactly.
I want to know what he meant.
Listen. Walk it back.
No, let him dig it deeper.
Listen.
Dig it deeper. Go ahead.
I heard that, but I only heard that based on. So we watched the episode, right?
Big shovel.
We watched the episode.
We did.
He wouldn't fuck with her solely because of that. All I took from that was like, hey, yo, you might have came up from that. I'm not saying like.
But why is it a come up?
It's a come up because it sounds like she said, hey, they were rocking with each other on a big level, like they were getting together.
You're just assuming she would be open to it. That's a safer way of saying it. That's a safer way of saying it.
Exactly, and
you're assuming that she would be open to it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. I'm just saying like, hey, guess what? No, because I've had people who were scared to rock with by women because they said they were like, oh, I can't rock with her long term because she might leave me for a woman.
That's a real thing. It's a real question.
I'm not saying it's not a real thing. I'm saying in this specific case, she's like, hey, yo, I thought this through. And yes, I like women. But when it comes on the long term, I can only see myself marrying a man. That's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. For the people who are scared about that part specifically, I'm only talking about that.
I'm with you on that. I'm just telling you that I also understand why, after him going home, why he wouldn't take that woman to his parents.
Oh, absolutely.
But he would have a great time with her one-on-one.
But I don't know. I think
get
even
it.
If they removed his faith and his, like you said, the family, I agree. I think he still would have felt some type of way.
That's because he lived a sheltered life.
I'm not saying
they got a pet pig.
He shouldn't be with the girl. Hey.
I actually love that.
I did too, but I was like, yo, he got Wilbur in the house. He's chilling. Like he's a normal. Yeah, you got it. Charlotte's Web.
Wilbur's crazy.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web. All right, one more. The sister that was hating.
Dude, me and my daughter had a whole conversation.
Listen,
she's
that's big hate. Big capital H.
Dude,
I call
my the closest ones to you.
And you know what? He didn't like that comment where he was like, oh, he's setting it up right now when he was talking about his future brother-in-law.
Oh, he was.
She hated that though. Dude, she was cutting her eye at him like, "Yo, you're not that cool with the family to like lean on me like that."
It was funny though, but yeah, she couldn't take it.
She's like, "Oh, he's acting." I was like, "I don't think he's acting. I think he's genuinely a goofball.
Me too.
I
It's
think
the
your
most
sister's a big
yeah.
gumpy girl, like that, like most of them
It's
are,
the-
right?
it's the
So
boring-
She's
it's
the
the
big
boring-
gumpy girl, and they go together.
It's the boring couple that we don't care about in the show.
Nah, I fuck
Nah,
with some
I
of the
like-
weird, quirky white shit though. Like the sock fit bin is crazy.
No, okay.
You would have a
sock
sock bin.
bin.
See
No,
how
I
you see how
would.
you accepted
Okay,
it?
sock
He said,
bin.
"Okay, that's normal."
I've been talking about the sock bin. I've been talking about the sock bin. Like, yo, this shit is kind of crazy.
It
the
is.
the way he's telling, like, yo, this is kind of wild. That's how I feel.
That's how you. I'm with you.
What do you mean?
And
You
the
have a
drum
sock
circle
bin?
that they had like on cue, like
Yeah.
The jam session?
jam
No,
session.
the jam session is
That was
no. So here's where
Hey,
I'm
no,
at
no,
with
no.
that.
The dad hitting
jam
the African
session-
drums made me sick.
It wasn't on rhythm.
That's
right?
what-
I'm not
listen,
crazy,
that's what I
right?
mean.
But I thought it was cool.
That
The
was
jam session is cool in theory.
Yes.
It's not cool how they did it.
No, they.
It's cool based on
extra
like
white.
right. It's cool
It would
based
have
on
been cooler if they
it's
like
cool
actually
based on
had a
it.
song.
If we did it like in a different way, it's
Yeah.
not cool how they did it.
no, I thought it was.
That's
not,
all I'm saying.
I'm not fuck with the drum circle.
I like it. I
Or
think
jam
I'm gonna
set.
actually like encompass that in my family.
That's cool. I feel like look, that shit was cool.
We're a musical family, but I mean, we're gonna definitely have some kind of rhythm. Like, come on, family.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're gonna.
The turtle, like
The
bringing
sock bin
out a
is
turtle
nuts.
and then a stick to do it on his
Dude.
back. That was yo.
The sock bin is crazy.
No, but that is. But then the dad playing the African drums, that was hella cultural
Dad,
appropriation.
no, I don't want the
And
dad.
that frog thing you're actually talking about is actually indigenous. We had some
I-
indigenous people. Yeah, you see, they
Let
came out.
me get my bars. Come on, we getting there because now
No.
that's gonna lead me to my next girl.
What?
Your next
The Black Lives
Well, like
Matter girl was
speed-
way intense.
No,
Wait.
okay.
Hey, you gotta learn how to save black people with me.
Wait.
The one girl that was like, "Yo, you got to be on your you got to be in your social justice bag with me."
But-
or I don't know if I trust
The
in me.
white girl?
Yeah, because she didn't like
But
the fact that.
that's-
Oh no!
But that's what you want,
She
no?
was a lesbian.
Is that not
That's
what
the
you
one
want?
you're talking
Yeah, that girl.
about? Yes.
That was intense.
I didn't hear her go off on the BLM. I just heard her go
No,
off on
no.
the
She was more on the
LGBTQ.
BLM than she was her sister.
Yeah, she was like George Floyd. This should have never
She
happened.
said, "I
and I was
can't
like, "Yo,
marry you
that's
based
cool
on-"
and all."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah.
But Lateef Stanton did a bit on that where like, "Yo, white people overly take on our shit,"
Oh, okay, yeah.
and I'm like, "Yo, this is a little too much."
But you know that's
I'm
real.
not gonna do that to
I
her.
get off like
I'm
like
not
that
doing
with
that.
guys.
Do you
Because-
really?
Especially white men.
Explain this.
I gotta know out the gate. But first
explain
of all,
that.
I'm not.
Hey, yo.
But you're black though.
Yeah, I got a black daddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yep. Tell me about myself.
that's cool. But if
I
you was
got-
white doing that, that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
No,
Like,
but,
yo-
but that's
No,
what,
not
no,
an
no, no. I'm
ally.
not mad at her
I
because
love
no,
her. She's
you
an
would be
ally.
mad at her if she was the exact opposite. What do you mean?
Give
But
him-
he
She's doing
wasn't
exactly
All
what you
right,
want
this-
her to do.
I'm gonna
Almost
sound
said
real
that.
all
She's
lives matter
doing
kinda
exactly
crazy.
what you want her to do.
But my man was just oblivious. It wasn't that he wasn't like willing
But
to do
that's
it.
not the
Yeah.
point. That's not the point.
It is. You can teach him. That's what old girl was even telling
That's
him.
not
like,
the point.
Yo, you're writing him off kind of quick. He's just he's not telling you that he wouldn't do
I
those
know,
things.
but
that's not
you
the
just need to
point.
verify. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. He's the greatest."
You know
and it's
what?
like, why did you
Yeah.
come to that conclusion on your own?
Because sometimes we're triggered because we've been dealing with so many
That's not the
motherfuckers that
point.
are.
You
like
should be
that.
excited that she's that enthusiastic about the cause.
Yeah, I agree.
Who,
That's
as
what
a
you,
white man or as a black man?
as a black man.
I'm cool with that. I'm saying you getting off on the white dude like that is kind of crazy.
No,
though.
Poor
she
guy.
should be because that was important to
And
her.
if I was him, I'd have questions like, "Yo, where'd you go to school at? What kind of people
No,
did you hang
he
out
should
with?"
have, but
She was probably on the football team
No.
giving out the water.
not
was-
at all.
she really-
I had questions about him too, based on the
Nah,
questions
she, really
was
had to
asking.
drill it. Well, first of all, you know she didn't see
I
him,
said,
so
"Hey,
it's not
yo,
like so. She
what
really,
you mean? I
important.
don't." When
Did
she
you see
said,
the motherfucker's friend?
when
She
she
had
said,
nothing
when
to worry about. He's an open guy.
No, when she said, when
Come
she
on,
said,
man.
when she
Right.
said,
But that was
I
part
care
of the
about Black
process.
Lives Matter. I care about all this, and he said, "Oh,
He said, "I don't know anything about that."
no." But he also said, "I don't pay
Yeah, I
attention.
must have fell asleep or got
I don't
distracted
pay
or
attention to none of that."
That's not how he said
That's
it.
what he.
That's how he said
That's
it
not
in
how
one
he
of the
said it.
What did
That's
he
not how he
say?
said it. That's
It's
not
definitely how
what
he said it in one of
What he
episodes.
said was, he basically just said, "I'm stupid or I'm ignorant to it. Like I don't know."
That's how he kind of said it, but
so
in one of the
she got-
episodes,
But
he
you're in
just
fucking
said,
Minnesota.
So
But
she
without
got a
George
little
Floyd, I don't
freak.
expect people from Minnesota to be fucking
That's
socially
fine.
conscious.
That
But
was a
she
major
did.
movement.
But
and
she
No,
he
did.
had
without
no
that, if you
clue.
take that away,
but she did.
I don't feel like Minnesota is a place where like I would have my Black Panther
But
rallies.
she did. She did though.
She was in the know and they grew up
But
in the
she
same area.
did.
That's true.
They had an event that happened.
But she did.
I'm with you. I'm fucking with you all the way. All I'm
She's
saying
just
is,
trying to get married
all
to
I'm
somebody
saying
who
is
believes
that
in the
oblivious
same
white dudes, right,
But he-
should not be killed.
But remember, they were behind a wall. How does she know that he was a white
She
dude?
was making sure, hey,
Oh, you're saying-
you live in
Come
Minnesota. I don't know
Come
what
on,
you
don't
You
do
never
that.
know. They didn't
Don't
want to
do that.
disclose. Remember, they're both very good-looking people, so they didn't want to disclose how they look. They didn't. I don't remember them talking about
I like this game. I like this game.
I don't
trying to
remember
make
them
sure-
talking about.
Some people have
their-
thought Lex sound like a black dude, right? If you heard me talk, would you assume? Come on.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the hard one. What would you assume she would be if we was behind a wall?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a tough one off voice alone.
Ooh, I like
Because
that
based
one.
off what you saying is like, yo, how does she know he's a white dude? But if you went hard like that in the same manner that you're doing now, the way your voice sound, I'm probably not gonna go Afro Latina.
Yeah.
And I'd have a hard time saying full white based
I'm
on like
definitely
you
going
saying.
Afro Latina.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Now you're a fucking liar.
No, I'm not.
You're a
That's
fucking,
crazy.
Yo, you trying to get brownie points? He trying to be dope?
I don't
What the
need
fuck?
to do that.
You're not getting too cool.
I
point,
don't
Steve.
need to do that.
Steve,
Remember,
what?
I don't need to do that.
Oh my god!
I don't need to do that.
Oh,
I got old white women caring about my bulge.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need to do that.
I should never clip that up. That's what it is. Yeah,
Yo,
ego,
my shit
ego is
ran. My
inflated.
shit ran all the way up when you did that. Listen,
You've been looking for her ever since.
Oh yeah,
Not at all.
yeah,
But
yeah.
listen.
You been throwing breadcrumbs by the lake.
Leaving out little
That's
liquor
next week.
bottles.
Hey,
next week.
there
next
he
week,
is.
next week I'm going to the lake. Holla at me.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, what other shows y'all watching? Is that what we've all been in tune to?
Dude,
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah. I just threw that out there because we had a long-winded take on that one. Go ahead.
You know what I'm about to start again, which I have already watched, which I'm curious if you guys have seen, is The Handmaid's Tale. Have you guys seen it?
No, I've never
Can't
seen it.
believe- I thought that shit was done, and they're like, "Yo, we're about to
Dude,
run up
it's
the last season."
2 years we've been waiting for the new season.
It's only been 2. I feel like it's
maybe
been like 3 or 4.
It might have been. It's
Damn.
been- So you have you watched it then?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Have you watched it?
No, I've
ever?
never seen it before.
Do you know
It's-
what it's about?
It's
No.
about today.
What do you mean?
That's why I'm about to run it back.
It's the thing is when it started, it's like, oh, this is crazy. When you watch it today, you're like, oh, this is plausible.
Yeah.
What do you mean like it's about today though?
When it comes to
Isn't there
women,
like multiple seasons?
maybe not for you because you don't
He's
care
saying
about
that,
women like that.
Like he's saying that the political climate that's happening right now in the current
It's crazy.
day,
Oh yeah.
what's happening along, especially in
Right.
the beginning of the show and how it foresees through.
Maybe not for you because
makes
you don't
it-
care about
you're
like
oh,
women's
it's more,
rights.
it seemed more far fetched. Not to me. I
Hold on, let me
immediately-
chop it up because you don't care about women's rights. So
Man,
maybe
shut up. Let her finish, man. Go
Maybe
ahead.
it doesn't seem
Shut
that crazy to
up,
you.
man. I'm not even gonna respond
Maybe
to that.
it don't seem that crazy to
Relax,
you.
man. You're trying to make me out to be Brutus. Get the fuck out of here.
maybe
man.
it don't seem
Let
that
her
crazy
finish.
to
I'm not
you.
even responding to that shit. Go ahead, go. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like, hold up, clear out.
maybe you don't seem that crazy.
Yeah, clear out. I'm about to. Hey, you know you shoot the shot and you miss the whole rim.
Yeah.
That was it. Clear out.
I was like, okay, Daddy, let me be quiet. What do you gotta say?
What year is this coming? What year is this in?
I think it's like
current,
Yeah,
but
I think
so-
it's
Oh,
current.
so it is 2000 something.
Yeah, so the whole premise
think it's
Handmaid's
current.
Tale is like that makes me think like a 15th
well,
century
So
No,
let me
it's
give you
current.
like a little bit of a synopsis.
You think it's-
How do you say it?
synopsis.
Synopsis without killing it. So essentially, it starts in like current day, and they're in America, and it's like normal America, and then all of a sudden, women, all of a sudden, just women, they can't access their bank. Like their debit cards stop working. They can't go to the ATM. All of a sudden now they're rounding all the women up, all different women, and they're separating them. And then it just escalates to where you see that there was some kind of civil war. There's new leaders. It's heavily religious.
Where the
and
men at?
Men are
They doing men shit, white men shit.
so the whole idea is that
Women
there's this-
can't do anything.
Women in this particular, they're either like wives and part of like the elite, or they're handmaids, which means that they clean the house, and they're subjected to being SA'd in order to produce a baby to give to this family to raise
By men?
by a man and a woman, a husband and a wife who have been deemed holy or more righteous and
Oh,
wealthy.
shit.
And so it's just the idea. It's spooky because you see how quickly when different political powers come into play, how different policy changes, how like they really can impact, and all of a sudden we are living in like the 1500s. So I mean, I think you and wifey would love it. So I think you guys, I mean,
It's
it's
like
deep.
4 or
I cry.
5
It's deep.
seasons, but
It's deep.
That's what I was gonna
It's
ask.
Y'all
traumatizing.
can get down.
Don't ever watch it around the kids. Like it's like a.
It's worse than Game of Thrones.
I can't say that. I don't watch that.
Not
but
the gore, but because of like the.
Commentary.
if you listen, I watched it like
How do
5
I
years
say
ago.
this? I don't know how else to say this. There's a lot of rape in it. Like the women are being raped and sexually
I watched
assaulted
it 5
and
years ago
beaten
when it was wild.
and abused.
That's crazy.
I can
Because they are
imagine
just
watching it right
basically,
now
like,
and being like,
Cleaners and baby makers. They're slaves.
Who
Like,
told you to watch it?
I don't know, but I started watching it immediately. It's right up my alley. Like, you
That's
know,
a wild
women, it's all
recommendation.
about women.
I've
it is.
been
It's
watching
about
it for
women
like
rights
5
and-
years.
And you're caught up.
Yeah.
And but it is like
the fact because
it's a heavy show.
They
You
had
gotta
a
go
whole
into it,
like, oh,
ready.
based on how the last season ended, they never
Dude.
really caught up. They never
Don't
said
give no
anything. They never
spoilers.
said like, oh, we thought it was over. Like the main girl, she
Don't
went.
give any
She did a whole
spoilers.
nother show. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
never
Talking
thought
about
that.
okay.
You thought this was over.
No, I
because
knew
they
it
didn't
wasn't
say nothing
over.
about
I
it.
knew
They
it
had the
wasn't over.
writer's strike, and on top of it, they did a
Maybe
whole
they
bunch
did
of
think it
other
was
stuff.
over.
Leave us like that. There was no way it was
No,
over.
they could have.
Maybe
they
she
could
thought it
have.
was
They
over, too.
could have left us like
Never.
that. And then all of a sudden
Never.
now I heard, oh, they're coming back. I'm like, oh
Always knew
shit,
they were coming back.
because
Faithful.
it was wild before they left.
Dude, you gotta watch it, and you guys can get caught up.
And when you think about it,
What's it
to-
on Netflix?
Hulu.
It's on Hulu. When
don't
you
matter, I
think
got
about in
another little
today's
thing, too.
political climate, it's so wild when you think about it today. And I haven't even. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I watched
Dude,
anything.
My girl and
The
her
fact
man
that you're
started
watching it now
again,
is
and they're
so
all blown
insane.
Away. So that's why I was like, she was talking
It's
about it, and I was
insane.
like, oh, you know what? And I know the new season's about to hit. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just start it all over again. And I knew it was gonna
You
hit
probably should.
differently because of where we are.
You're in
but it's gonna
you're
be
in a
more
prime
terrifying.
position to start it right now
You're in
because
such a good, so many
the
new people are
climate.
starting to watch it too because
starting it right now is probably perfect.
exact, honestly, but scary. and
Especially,
depressing.
especially.
I don't know if I want to be scared right now. I'm sitting
No,
there.
No,
no,
it
you
is.
shouldn't be scared.
Yeah,
Adele should
wifey.
be scared,
How she good? She's fucking American.
huh?
She's American.
That's the
that's not the
terrifying
point.
That's the point.
They're running-
that is the point.
Look, they're running.
think we're
They're running to
Americans.
Canada.
It's a secret refuge. Yeah.
I mean,
American. Listen, I'm telling you, it's
telling you.
scary in
I'm
it's
here.
scary right now.
but I'm gonna tell you what.
Everyone trying to get out.
We're not gonna have that conversation on there.
Okay.
There's another conversation to be had about that,
Oh.
and I've done some polling.
Oh, okay.
Poland.
You know what?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, he's feeling dangerous?
you know what?
Let's do it.
Oh, God, Lord.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
No, let's not get canceled.
Yeah. Well, no, because I want to say this, and I want to say this in a way. I want to. We don't have to switch this up, really. I mean,
I don't know.
we just
I
having a
thought that's what you were
conversation.
telling me to
I
do.
thought you go. There is a stillness that I've seen among black people,
Okay.
where some of the rhetoric that I've heard come from fellow blacks is like, yo, we tried to like vote and do the shit we were supposed to do, right? And number two, we got a 300-year history in this country. It's almost like 9/11, where it's like, yo, we just glad it ain't us right now, right? And in some degrees, right? In some degrees, I empathize with that conversation a little bit because it does feel like a little bit that the eyes is off us. But that is that same dangerousness, right? That happened with the Cubans in Florida, right? And all these other people, when they start thinking that, oh, we are, like white people, right? And so that's why I don't believe the trick, right? It's just, the pendulum shifts all the time between people and people. And so I do feel at the same token, though, right, is that what we doing and how we're going about doing it, man, is going to be more damaging later on in the long run. So as much as I would, love to join that rhetoric on saying like, oh, glad it ain't us, right?
Yeah.
It can be us at any point in time.
Exactly.
People think DEI hires and all that shit that they doing and stopping that. Like, bro, I just went to Legoland. They had a man that was working there was deaf. He's part of a DEI hire. They had a man there that was of short stature, right? He's a DEI hire. It's not just about ethnicity, right? It's about like
Exactly.
your capability of just doing things, right? So it's like, yo, like
About disability and the fact that we're all gonna age and eventually have some kind of disability.
Right.
That's why it's wild.
Right.
It's like that comes with age, you know.
and look, there's more white people in this country still than there are, anyone else, at least like specific groups. And they got kids with disabilities too. I've talked to some of these people. And when you have conversations with the average person, they don't know anything about what's going on in politics. And I'm like, this is why we have a problem.
Wow.
Like, America doesn't have like, oh, this is a racist problem. We have a stupidity problem. And a blind, like, yo, I just don't know and I won't go find out problem until it affects me. That's it. That's literally our biggest issue. Because I feel like if the average person knew more or spent time knowing more, we wouldn't have these problems. We wouldn't have these people in office. But because we turned a blind eye to politics and like to say, like my man said on that show, oh, I just, didn't know what was going on with George Floyd and all that.
You know, I used to think that too. Like, you know better, you do better, kind of. And I do believe there is a degree of like laziness or just not
No, I don't think they
to
care.
be curious or lack of caring.
Okay, there we
that
go.
It doesn't affect. I do believe there's a degree to that, but I also think it's definitely can't be summed up to that. There's like deep rooted systematic racism ingrained into every infrastructure throughout the American industries. Like it's so deeply and it's intentional to say like, oh, people are just dumb. It's like, no, these systems are built with certain ideas and targets and in mind, and the reason why people don't care is because the systems have been built, but the reason why white people don't care until it actually affects them is because their whole lives and their parents' lives and their parents' lives and their parents' lives before these systems, as far as housing, education, finance, healthcare, etc., have been designed with them in mind to help uplift them and further them along and support them. Literally designed more intentionally for them. And people of color, it's literally been the opposite.
Right.
So it's that's what, like you said, it's been designed for them, so they don't care until it's something like a disability. And thank God, shout out to all the white autism moms. I need y'all.
Right.
We're homies now. Like, like I'm with y'all. Like, Karen, call me, bitch. We'll figure it out.
Karen, call me.
Like,
Call me, bitch.
Shit, I need a Karen fighting for autism.
Nah,
okay?
you're right.
I'll reel her in when I need to.
No, you're right.
So, like, but yeah, it is unfortunate that it does take something for them to actually care. But also, why have they ever needed to? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm just like on a deeper level, like I've got to acknowledge that. And those are the conversations like with my people and I'm pulling that we talk about.
It's a multifaceted problem. It's also one of those things where I feel like, it's going to sound crazy. This is just my brain. I feel like, how they say like animals or like pigeons and squirrels, they get used to like human contact.
Yeah.
Right? And they start acting different. Like birds get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that's why
like when I go to the golf
bird.
course, them birds is aggressive. Like they hop on the cart, they be trying to snatch bread up and shit. I feel like in the 90s, early 2000s and shit like that, like a lot of white dudes had a lot of like, I guess you could throw you in here, but it's not the same because they still stay, they remain boat shoes, right? But a lot of white dudes had a lot of experiences around black people and other ethnicities to where like, yo, they'd be like, oh, I'm not bothered, bro. I play football with blacks. Played basketball. The white guys that are good in sports right now, they kind of act like us. Cooper Flag, right? Your boy Reeves.
That's different.
No, it's not. I'm trying to tell you, like it's almost
But
like
what are the conversations that they're having like with their families behind closed doors?
I can get my shit off.
If
y'all want to ISO and let me get my shit off, I can do that. But I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
You can't speak for everybody.
Not at all.
Yeah, you can't.
Not at all.
You
Go
wasn't
ahead.
afraid to speak for
I can
all
tell
the
you-
white people and their cousins.
Scoot up to the
last
mic
weekend.
too.
I can tell you what I've been struggling with recently.
Okay. Sounds so serious.
So this was something. So remember, like a year and some change. Shout out to Cease. Cease asked me a question, and he was like, "Yo, do you feel like you want to be black?"
He did ask you that,
and I got I got offended by it.
He tried to offend you, I think, too.
No. I'm not even like
He said
saying
it sassy?
like he was.
He
No,
meant it, but I
He
mean,
meant
also
it,
at the
but
same time, he meant it. But
he
then
meant it, but he was also potting.
yeah,
he was also-
That's what I'm saying. Like he meant it, but the way
He
he
meant
said
it, but
yeah.
he was potting, and I'm like, I took it for what he meant it as, so I didn't.
He said, "Do you want to be black?"
No, right? That he meant it. That was the question, and that wasn't the first time I've been asked that question.
I
But
would have never thought to ask you that.
people ask me that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
But also, he dressed different now. Because old dress, you can add, you probably like, but even then, Cease hadn't seen him dressed like that. No one's seen him dressed like that since he was like 18, 19.
Cease don't
What
know
does
me
that
like
mean?
that.
Do you want to be black? What does that question mean?
The way
that
he
was the-
dressed and
that was the
assimilated to the
reason-
culture, I can see why someone would ask him that.
But the reason I
back
got
then.
offended,
What are you insinuating when you ask
the
that,
reason
though?
I got
He
offended
looked like
is-
all of us versus not looking like what they looked
the
like in
reason
that time
I got
period.
offended is because Cease don't know me.
Right. I'll give you that.
Does that question like mean basically like you think you're black? Is that what it means?
Well, here's the thing. That's
Or
a
is it a
fair.
genuine
That's a
question?
fair question to ask in 2025 because everyone dresses the same.
So what I'm saying is, back then, like it was like two or 3 years ago when he asked me that, I was offended and I was like, all right, man. But I also understood it. Today, what I've been struggling about today
Yeah.
was, damn, based on how the world is going, it's really tough. It's really tough to where I don't want to say it like this, but like I don't want to say like I'm such an ally, like I care so much that on one hand, like, yo, I don't want to be black because I understand how important it is for me to be me and think how I think.
That's very, very
Right?
true and important. Yes.
However, I also feel alone.
Mm.
And this is
Yeah.
where I want to talk to Cease again currently, to where it's like I feel so alone in how I feel
You want community?
that for the first time ever, I'm like, hey, you know what? It would be nice.
to have some commonality.
You know what I mean? Like
amongst
it's
your people. Like yeah.
I do feel alone.
Yeah.
I feel alone.
There's not. Well, that's
You know,
why
you know,
homegirl
you know
vetted
how
guys so
we were
much.
joking last week about Deep Side and white people and hip hop and all that shit. And it was,
Oh, I was joking, but I
No, I
knew
do feel that
but
way.
that's what I'm saying. Like
but that's part of it, right? That's part of how I feel, to where I feel alone into like.
But I don't think you guys even like even
No,
when I
but-
said that joke, I don't even think you guys teaming up together would make any one of you guys feel better
For
about
sure,
the situation.
for sure, because
You get what I'm saying?
But-
we had a
No, I think they
vanilla ice moment together. But shit, when I go home, I'm thinking,
Right.
did we just fake that? Like I get what
100%.
you're saying.
Yeah, but also like because like I don't know if y'all heard this in the right way or y'all have ever heard this in the right context, but like y'all don't understand, and this is probably where it comes from, like where C says, hey, do you want to be part of us? And I'm like, whoa, and I get offended and all that. Where it comes from is like, let me tell you how serious this is. Like every single part of me, every single part of who I am as like the fabric comes from black people. Music is a big part of me, right? And if you really break it down, at least the music that I like, every single part of music that I like comes from black people. And it was stolen one way or another. You talk about blues. You talk about jazz. You talk about R&B, rock and roll, hip hop. All that was taken and either built upon, or however you want to look at it. Every single part. You talk about the DAP that was in the Vietnam War, that people were doing it for survival, but we think about it just like, oh, this is a regular handshake to us. All little pieces of the fabric of my life come from this, and I take it seriously, right? And the people who are in my life, the people who care about my children, the mother of my children, like everybody that I really, really, really care about, like it's pure. Even if like, you know, so to speak, that I care about it more than the people that I'm talking about, I care so much about it. Like the fabric of the culture, of everything. Like, think about how I view the black culture is, y'all can take the, you know, what's the word I'm trying to say? Y'all can take the fat, like the essence? Not even the essence. Y'all can take the worst of the worst, and y'all can make something from it. You know what I mean? That's what soul food is. Chitlins, any soul food, music. Y'all can take the worst of the worst and make something from it, because that's what y'all got it. Survival mode. I'm used to survival mode, so I can relate to that part. And so, you know, even though I'm a guest in the culture, I can relate to that part of it. And because I can see the beauty in everything that happens, that's why I love it so much. You know what I mean? And so when I think about music, like, you know, there's a lot of black people who don't appreciate music the same way I do. And so I can see the different levels of black music that, you know, today, you know, the kids today, the black kids today that might understand it. And I see it. They don't understand what happened with rock and roll, with R&B, with jazz, with blues, all that other shit.
But none of them care either, though.
They don't care, but that's not my point to say, oh, y'all don't care. But I'm saying I do care. Right. And that's why I care so much, is because I understand the history of it.
So what do you mean, like, in terms of, like, being alone, though? Right? Like how
I feel alone because, on one hand, I know how important it is for someone who looks like me to feel the way I feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I need to be an ally. Hey, this is important.
Right.
Hey, guess what? All the cool shit we love is black people. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. You thought it was us. It's not. It's them.
Yeah, but that's not a rhetoric that you know, it's funny that you say that.
But it's different because it'd
be
easy if I was black and say that.
No, because here's the thing though. What you're saying, I get what you're saying, right? But these type of guys that we seen on TV right now, they be having experiences with us too, but they know how to stay on their side of the culture still. That girl, for example,
that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying? You're saying you feel alone. You're right. I give you that. But just as much as like you feel alone, right? We also feel alone in that, look, the way that this world is shaping up right now, they don't give a fuck about you. No. And they don't give a fuck about us.
I understand that.
But they can now take things from us, right? And use it in, that girl, look, you know what this Minnesota show has been showing me a lot about? They started saying like, yo, we kept it G. Did you remember when the white girl said that?
I didn't.
The white girl was talking with the dude. She was like, when we was in the pods together, blah, 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 we kept it G with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, that was gangster. I was like, the fuck are they talking about? I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, yo, this is like plain Jane, like unseasoned, just pepper. Just pepper on the chicken. I said, yo, they can watch TV. This is what the phone does. This is really what the phone does. The phone does all of this, where you can have a Super Bowl and Kendrick Lamar can shout out Compton or whatever, and he'd be a great representation of Compton, but he's not the everyday person you see in Compton. So I get what you're saying, right? He's not. Because when you go to Compton, I've been to Compton recently in the last 5 years or whatever, bunch of Metro PCS stores, it's actually a very diverse place.
I told you I was just in Inglewood, and I was like, oh, and I told you how it was all
it's gentrified,
sure,
right?
Sure.
And he comes from an older version of Compton, right? Why? Because it's so fucking expensive out here. What I'm saying is that the word culture actually really doesn't have a meaning anymore because we all share the same fucking culture now.
No, there's no way.
No, I think
totally
the word
disagree.
culture is dramatized. I think it's
Now.
I understand what you mean. Like
She said, but she
everybody
disagreed.
says the word culture and they don't I'm only talking about it from its purest form, from what I know. So I don't want to take away the context from what I'm actually speaking of. Like, I know what you're saying, but I don't want to take away from what I'm saying.
I didn't get what your point was, though. That was
My
the thing.
point-
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know what you were
I'm
getting
ready
at.
to talk about something else, to be honest.
I didn't know what the hell you was talking about. What are
bad.
you
We
talking
get it.
about?
You love
Hey, I'm
black
sorry.
people. You
No,
love black
my
culture.
bad. Hey,
It's real.
Excuse me if maybe I'm tripping.
You are, because I don't know what the fuck you were
Maybe
saying.
I'm
I thought I
tripping.
knew. I thought it. Did
My
you think?
bad.
You love-
I swear I tried
You
to
love black
connect
people
it.
so
Maybe
much.
I'm
Let
tripping.
black people
What
talk.
did you say?
No.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Maybe I'm tripping.
You are. I'm trying to tell you.
We get what
Sure.
you're saying.
What are you saying? You said you feel alone in this culture.
No,
right?
not at all.
He said he feels alone
No,
because there's not a lot of other white men who
You
genuinely
being real soft right
appreciate,
now. I'm trying to
care,
figure out the fuck you was
love.
talking
What are you
about right
putting?
now,
What
man.
are you putting on?
Yeah, go ahead, man. You can put your hands back. Matter of fact, random shit to fill in time. Let's talk about this then. I thought about this the other day, right? And what do you think your Yelp review would be
Oh,
as a person?
from who?
1.2.
From you, right?
From anybody who's encountered me.
I want to
in
know the
life?
stars, and I want to know your description of you. I would, as a person, as of who you are,
Yeah.
as a friend, a mother, put all those things together and come up with a father, a general rating of who you are and the reasons why. I didn't get this from anywhere. I just randomly thought of it as one night. I was like, yo, my Yelp review to me would be around a 3.941.
That's mighty high.
You think?
I wouldn't
Out
say
of
you were
five?
3.9.
Out of five? What do you think
I'm
it'd be?
thinking for myself. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm thinking me. I'm not going that high. I'm going lower than that.
No? Okay,
for
so
you,
I had
yeah,
asked a few other people. They said a 5, and I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know.
What are
No
these
one gets
people?
a 5.
Super
No one
healthy?
gets
Mighty high.
None of these people have mental health issues, huh?
Well, here's the thing. When I see a 5.0, I only see 10 raters. You know what I mean? Like I need 250 people
Well,
saying
yeah.
something.
I don't know.
3.9 is solid to me, though.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do a general. I would have to do like if it's strangers. Oh, I'm.
It's
definitely-
strangers.
If it's strangers,
It's strangers.
I'm for sure getting at least like a 4.5.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you went up.
Oh,
That's what
strangers.
she's
What's
saying.
in the description
She's
about
saying
you?
that y'all don't really know me, so y'all know way harder than
Exactly.
you
You're
really
gonna get the
is.
best
Well, you got different versions of you.
Exactly.
Right.
She's saying
So,
she rates
I don't
herself
know the
lower
full-
than the average stranger would rate her.
Hey, wait, we're doing 5 is the highest, right?
5 is the highest.
Yeah, no, but the strangers are rating me high. I mean, if they catch me in the
But what are
office-
they saying about you in the
Oh,
description?
they're like super friendly, outgoing, made me feel really comfortable, was easy to talk to, made me laugh. Like, I used to drive Uber, so I used to get real.
What was your Uber star?
real
What
rating.
was your Uber stars?
Oh, dude, I
Hey,
think
you.
I almost had a 5.0. Yeah.
Out of how many?
I had probably I got like
How
little
long were you
awards.
doing Uber for?
maybe 2 years.
Oh yeah, that's
on
pretty
and off.
good. That's pretty
It was
good.
like one of my like 3 jobs. It was when Jaylee was little.
It's funny that you said that because you know what? I was telling my wife I was riding in the car with this young lady. Tuesday, I went to the dealer to go do some shit, but I had to go back to work. So I was like, look, I'll just drop my car off at the dealer, do some work in the car. So she came and picked me up. African American lady. I don't even know why I said that like that. Black girl, right? Talking to Lex got me fucking saying African American now. Black girl. She was like, and here's the thing, right? She had the Puerto Rican like drum hanging from the rear view mirror. So I was like, okay, Afro Latina.
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
I was thinking.
Where you from? New York? Okay, you have a like
Definitely
valid
Afro
experience.
Latina.
And I'm looking, right? I told my wife, I was like, yo, the way she was sitting in that seat, she had a dumpster back there, like a big heavy bottom, right? I could tell. I was like, yo, she need
I hate that.
I was like, she don't need a soft seat.
She's sitting on it.
Yeah. She was sitting on
She
one.
was dragging that wagon?
Yeah. But she kept saying, but here's the thing.
Dragging that wagon.
Dragging that wagon.
Diabolical.
She was, it was there. So I was like, well.
It was.
But here's the thing. I'm so weirded out, right, in San Diego because you don't really have black women that come pick you up in Uber all the time.
Oh.
You know that.
Yes.
So in my mind, I don't know where this conversation is going to go. So I was like, yo, I'm in Poway. I work out in Kearney Mesa. That's a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. I was like, you know, the first 10 minutes going to tell me if we just going to be quiet the rest of this time or is she going to start getting her shit off.
Yeah.
So she reminded me of you because she found something to talk to me about because I'm in there being extra weird.
What she said?
I'm in there like, I just sit there. She's like, so came to get your car fixed at the shop, huh? At that point, you knew I did.
2 black people on Poway is crazy.
That's what I told my wife. I said, look, when this is all said and
So
done.
you came to get your car fixed, huh?
And she maybe didn't know what kind of black you were.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I started knowing more about her to where I could make a generalization.
Okay.
Where I was like, yo, this is the earthy black girl that has experiences with other races and cultures.
Got it.
Because she's like, yo, I went to Thailand, still down with her blackness. She was like, but they like treated me like royalty out there, touching my hair. They told me I had to put on clothes. She's like, I am dressed. This is just my way my body is. I told you she had a wagon. She knew she had a wagon.
Hey.
Right? So she was like, yo, I went to Thailand. I went to Costa Rica. She was like, yo, Argentina, most racist place. I'm never going back there again. Like, just culture. And I was like, yo, 4.9, right? You're a 4.9, 4.8, 5-star person to get back to what you were saying, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand because even though you've explained your lows, your highs with strangers when you're around them, I can see them only seeing that, and that makes sense.
Exactly.
Just like I can see your highs being the same way. But I have more of a dickheadness to me with strangers more so than a friendliness.
Yes.
But it's like a white man, there's a black man that hangs around white people but still hang with his people type shit where it's like, yo, we just gonna leave him alone. Right? Like, yo, he can talk to both. He's even more dangerous. He don't even give a fuck about how we coming off. 3'9".
That's
3'9". That's my description, right?
Yeah.
So 3'9" is like,
but
yo.
think about how high you are, like when you're doing, because with, like you said, with your peoples and like.
I'm high when people are customers to me. Like,
yes,
because they believe, like they be like, yo, he's believing in me.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me a while to realize that, like, if we work together, like if you're like laterally or above me, I'm treating you like dog water. But if you're below me, man, I'm treating you like you're fucking like the king.
Yeah.
Like the dude that came sweeping the popcorn I was dropping today. Like, hey, my bad, brother. I didn't mean to drop this popcorn. He's like, hey, man, have a great day, man. And he swept my shit up and dipped. He ain't talking to nobody else.
Exactly.
So if I feel like you're below me, I'm gonna treat you like, yo, bro, like you're like an equal. My equals, I don't think they ain't shit.
We gotta use a better word than below, but we love the sentiment.
Well, I'm just saying below meaning like, but people feel that way.
Yeah.
You ain't never been in a room. Okay, so yes, you say that. But when I was in that room with the Brooklyn Nets owner, I ain't never felt more inferior in my life. I'm like, oh, yo, I'm out of the hood program. Like when they go talk to their tax guy, oh, we helped. we helped minority families and brought them into our lacrosse game.
That's the only program I've ever been in.
Hell yeah, but I felt like that. So I know what it is. I say that because I know I can empathize with people, and I wasn't always up. So it's like I know what it feels like when you walk in a room and you feel inferior sometimes.
That's better. I like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. So like, and people probably feel that way. But I know when they look at me like at first, it's like, yo, oh, one of us. You know what I mean? And then I start talking, and I realize there's certain things talking to y'all. I was like, there's certain shit that I be saying where I was like, yo, I'm gone. So I kind of empathize with what he was saying, even though he wanted to act like a weenie about it, because I can't even go back and run with my people all the time. You know what I mean? I can't, right? And I'm not fully accepted in the other circles. So that's why, anyway, my Yelp review.
And that's why you guys are good friends. But
That's what I try to tell him.
Your weird little loaders.
Yeah. 3.9, 4.5. Where we at?
But strangers, if we're talking family, I'm getting like.
No, it's strangers. Yeah.
We'll do family next.
No, my white privilege, I don't give a fuck what my rating is. That's what that comes.
What do you think Grandma's giving you last week, though?
When I told you about?
Yeah. If you had a conversation,
I would assume a 4.9.
There we go. Okay, so what about the lady with the music? Right? How you handled that situation? It was a tough situation.
Oh yeah. That's a
Should have asked you in the first place.
Oh yeah, like a 3.5.
Okay, and what about somebody that like you just met at work? Work you?
At work?
Oh,
Yeah, work you.
Who current work me?
Yeah,
Or
like
historic work me?
all of it. It's all. Yeah, you've been in business for a while. Historic work you all together.
The thing about
7-Eleven, the financial services guy.
The thing about work me is I'm either a 5 or I'm a 2.
What makes you a 2? Get closer to by 2.
Based on how you.
What the fuck I got to do with your job?
Not you.
Oh, okay. I was like,
based on like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a love or hate. It's very extreme.
What do they hate about you?
Cause I'm too much.
How?
Cause back in the day I cared, right? I was very enthusiastic. I was part of all the committees. I was doing this. I played Steve Harvey in a sketch. I wrote a whole sketch where I was doing Family Feud. I played Steve Harvey with the big suit.
I see why you're alone.
You know, you don't see that.
It's a joke. Go on, man. I mean? Don't go pause there.
Versus like, yo, what's up with him? He's doing too much. I don't like that. I just want to be regular government worker. You know what I mean?
You got the white.
So you're not like involved anymore?
No, I don't give a fuck no more.
Why?
Jeez.
No, because I've done my time and I understand.
You're a real county worker.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
I understand now that they don't care about me.
I'm like
so
that too.
I'm just doing what I got to do.
But they got me working with trainees, so I be in there like, look, it's gonna be dark.
I'm just playing the game.
But I'm still fun, guys.
Just playing the game. Hey.
I'm not him all the way.
No. Those who know me, I'm fun. But hey. But I'm also I'm playing. I'm just playing the game.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. All right. So we're gonna go with a 3.6.
Sure.
You had a C in the window, but you corrected it so that
a C, like restaurant C. That's crazy.
Restaurant C, but you can get your A back. You get your A back. The county shut you down.
C?
The county shut you down for a little bit. The health department, but
that is right because I'm thinking
get closer by 2.
Oh yeah, I love Lex now, but when I remember when I used to watch the
she called me a restaurant C too.
And remember when
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're a restaurant C sometimes.
Yeah, off the reels, I wasn't fucking with you.
We get you cleaned up. We get you cleaned up.
No. Hey, the episode title's called Restaurant C.
I think that's why she came in the way she did, though. Oh, you ready? He said he want to get off that since she start flaming your ass up.
Not at all.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
All right.
Restaurant C.
Shit. All right. Read of the week. I don't have it on here, but I remember what it was. There was a guy on there, and he was asking, was he tripping? He went on the dating app, and he was talking to a young lady. And he had made a comment in the likes of like, oh, I don't have any kids and blah, blah, blah. She said, oh, is that going to be a problem? Because I have 2 kids. I have a daughter that's 3 and I have a son that's 6, right? They don't need a dad. Their dad is still in their life. But when you are here, they're going to need someone to look up to, right? And he was like, yo, that's kind of crazy that you're saying that off the rip on a dating app. Like, we haven't even gone out anywhere.
I'm not mad at that.
Yes. So do you feel, right, that once she's validated in stating that from the beginning, right? Or is he right for saying, hey, look, that's not something you should, bring up, the first couple of times that we're talking?
He's wrong.
What? Oh.
She's dating with intention.
Wow.
She's letting it know. He don't have to respond.
Right out of my mouth.
I did not see
That's
this.
how he gets me back.
I didn't see this.
He doesn't have to
I'm
respond.
about to be on the hate side then.
Nope.
Go ahead.
He doesn't have to respond any other way other than like, yo, she's dating with intention. Hey, this is what I'm dealing with. You either are okay with it or you're not. Either way is okay. But hey, guess what? I have kids. Dad's still in their life. That might be an issue for you with whatever ego you got. Guess what? When it comes to dad shit, everything's fine. But when dad's not around and you're with me and blah, 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 he's going to look up to some type of male figure. That's all I'm asking of you. Because she's dating with intention. I'm assuming she's a little bit older, whatever the case may be. I'm not mad at her for that. And yeah, so if he has the issue, that's on him.
I mean, he said it so well, honestly.
She's like, I want to hear what you guys say first, Carl. Go ahead.
What I'm curious to know is, are you thinking, I'm wondering if this is maybe like why you're on this side right now. Are you thinking like she's saying like date, like the first date, I'm going to introduce you to my kids and you got to be a role model. Is that what you think? Are you assuming, or
doesn't matter?
Do you understand that, like, or is your understanding like closer to what Lex is saying, that she's being intentional and saying like, hey, anyone who ends up being in my life and eventually my children's lives, I do want you to be a positive role model. You're going to be around my kids. Like, you got to be, or are you thinking that she's like going to introduce right away?
I'm so glad you played A Mike in that role. And the reason why is because that got me that got my mind jogging on other ways that I can defend what I'm about to say.
Oh, Lord.
So, no, because I like what you said. Because it had me thinking of like, if I was him, how would I respond?
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Literally.
But my point is, right, is that one, you got to make sure, don't relax. I ain't even said a word yet. You already owe me. Say it, motherfucker. His was way worse. I can see that shit.
My hand on my hip.
The light shining off his fucking face and shit.
It's crazy.
My thing is, one, I have to make sure that I like you first before we even get there. So I get that you're dating with an intention.
Why even waste our time to see if we like each other?
But she has her own criteria of that, the same thing.
If you're not seriously dating.
Well, here's the other thing too, right? Because I love what you said, because that brings my second piece. I'm not abandoning my first, thinking that y'all got an ace in the hole right now. But I'm adding to it, right? You didn't get me. No, I'm adding to it. Because you can't.
I got you right where I need you.
You can't assume. You can't.
Right here.
You can't. You can't. This is the name of this episode. On his ass. That's what we call it. On his ass today. Right. I got you. On his ass.
Listen.
Okay, wait, hold on.
But you can't assume also that like dad is gonna be okay with this situation, right? So why do I have to deal with that in the first couple of weeks of dating you? Don't bring it up then.
Why?
No,
because now we're going to date for 3 weeks.
I shouldn't be meeting your kids. I shouldn't be meeting the father of your kids.
She's not saying you are. I got it, boo.
Who said you are?
Listen, I got it. Let me tell him from my statement. I got it. I got it. I got
go
you.
Off then. Go
oh my God, I can't stand this motherfucker.
I got it so he can understand it. Listen.
All right, here we go.
It's not on. Look. It's not. It doesn't matter what you think.
These kids need a dad is crazy, but
But that goes based on how you respond to what she's saying. She's letting you know from jump. Hey, before you go ahead, before you start asking me for nudes, before you start asking me my favorite color, before you start asking me what my favorite date was, before you start doing anything, let me know. Let me know from jump. Are you okay with the fact this and that? And if you're not, that's okay. You can tell your friends, oh, this bitch is tripping.
That's a mind game.
No.
You can tell me that, and me continuing on is implied that I'm willing to do that.
She's literally not playing mind games. She's literally telling you what's on her mind, so you don't have to pretend.
If I don't respond to it,
then she's okay with that. She's okay with that. Perfect. What'd she say? Perfect.
You didn't waste my time.
You're not wasting nobody's time.
We're still going.
What?
We're still going.
Okay.
Even though she didn't.
Not for her.
I don't. Why?
She's done. She's okay.
Done with what?
But the same reason
I want to know what you mean by that. Done by what?
The same reason. Look,
most
why?
I'm not interested in you anymore.
Why? Because I didn't say anything.
The same reason I tell women.
No fucking way.
The same reason I would tell. The same reason. Listen. The same reason.
Hold up.
Hey, yo.
Whoa, keep going.
The same reason on date one.
You're so.
That's crazy. He's wild, right?
It hurt.
Hey, hey.
Say that.
What do you
Not me.
Not
me. Hey.
Why she gotta stop talking to me?
I didn't.
Because
Yes.
But then if I respond with hate or whatever, if I
hate.
respond with hesitancy, then she's done again.
Yes.
That's okay.
I'm losing twice.
That's okay.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
No,
Because
she
I'm
knows what
only
she
looking for
wants.
the nigga who's ready to
You
pass
don't know what
go.
she, you don't know what you
Yo,
want.
can't
She
be
knows what
serious.
she wants.
Yo, I feel like I'm in
You're
the fucking
tripping.
Twilight Zones right now. For real.
Can I relate to it in a man way?
I, as a woman, because we are actually
I
speaking.
wanna relate to it in a
Yeah.
man way.
I don't like that.
May I?
I don't like your
can't
way.
relate
It's,
to it in a
it's
man way.
infuriating me.
You have
Her
been.
way's not infuriating me.
Maybe.
Don't ever say I'm
But yours is kind of
infuriating.
crazy.
Don't ever say I'm infuriating.
Pissing me
you.
off. Whatever way you,
You
want
are
it. That's crazy.
mansplaining a woman's perspective,
Yo, fuck
and
it
I
up.
am actually a woman
I
who
wanna
is
hear it.
actually a single mom with actual
I
kids.
want to hear because I kind of want to hear this.
And he's like, I can explain it better. I'm like, I'm
I
the
didn't say
woman
better.
you
I
speak
said
to.
in a man way. I didn't say better. Don't do that. Now you're making me seem like
you're
I'm not on your
assuming
side.
he's gonna take it better from you, but he's just
No,
saying he's
that's
gonna
not
take
what
it
You
better.
I
alone
didn't-
today.
I didn't say that. All I said was in a man way. Hopefully he understands.
I don't understand that way. I need
No,
that, so
because
I'm
you
telling
don't know what I said. I said what I tell women on a first date. Personally, what I tell women in real life on a first date that might be on the same route. Hey, guess what? Do you want children? Because a lot of women, you might assume, might want children. Guess what? I don't want children.
Okay.
I'm going to get this over with on date one.
If they don't respond,
Why would you assume a lot of women would want children? Every woman I know right now does not want any more children.
That's fair. But guess what? Maybe
It's important to disclose.
Maybe I'm not evolved enough. Maybe that's just an assumption I have. But because I have that assumption, I'm also if
they don't respond,
I'm also assuming a lot of women are dating with intention. Right?
but if they don't say anything,
I'm also assuming women are dating with intention. Hey, guess what? Are you dating me because you want to have a picket fence, children, the whole nine? Guess what? Let me put a boat. Let me stop you right there. Guess what? On that whole little thing. One, guess what? Man, I don't know if I'm gonna get married again, but guess what? I know I don't want children. If that's a problem for you, we should stop this
what
right
if
now.
they don't say anything though? That's what I'm saying.
Then we can continue.
That's not what she's saying.
That's not what I'm saying, though. I'm
Okay,
saying
so
a
I
whole
need you
different
to
thing.
chill, and I want her to tell me her logic is what she told
Because
me
she
was.
understands what I'm saying.
No, she don't, because that's different. You just said you would continue on. I want her.
If a woman says that's fine
if
with
a
me,
woman didn't say anything at all,
that's fine.
my point is that if you go in as a single mom,
But
and wait,
I don't think a lot of men would do what I did
What was that?
and let them know from jump.
No,
Hey,
they
guess
will.
what?
No, they will.
You might be dating with attention,
No,
but
they
guess
will.
what? I don't want children.
That's all. That's
don't
all
believe that at
men
all.
do in the first place. A lot of women,
Men don't
a
do
lot
that.
of women that I've
You're
had
lying.
experience with.
Ooh, big
lot of
lie.
women that-
Hey,
no,
big fib.
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
big
no.
fib.
I don't know what type of dudes you talk about. Anyway, I don't want
What
to get
is
lost
he
on that.
saying?
He's saying that if he told a woman, right, or if he met a girl and he said, "Hey, look, I don't want to have
I don't
kids."
understand. What is he saying that men? He's saying men.
He's saying
They're
that
not doing the
he
same
said that
thing.
men don't give women a fair shake like that. Most men do give them the fair shake. My
No.
experience, wait a minute, let me
not what
hit
I
my
said.
punchline because you keep cutting that shit
That's
off.
not what I said.
In my experience, most women feel like they can change that person through time. You are a living fucking example of that in the first place.
I'm not saying you're wrong
And
about
all the
that.
women that I work with over the years, right, the ones that I work with specifically that dealt with men that told them those certain things, they ended up waiting. Now, for some of those women, it changed, right? Dudes, there's a woman at my job right now. She's a little bit older than me. The man already had a kid when he was like 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they met, that kid was like 9 or 10. They've been together for 10 years. He's 19, 20 years old, 20 years old now. They just had a 3-year-old. On accident. She stuck it out long enough. And he even said, yo, did you not take your medication? You get what I'm saying? So like some women will wait. Now, and they will even settle like, yo, I might not get married, but I got a kid with this person. We have a place. I don't even need to get married right now. Right? I feel like if you probably played your cards right, that we'd still be in a previous situation we was now.
That's not what I said at all.
Can I say?
Yeah, I want to hear what she said because you're not even on the page where she was at. That's the
That's not
problem.
what I said
That's
at
my
all.
thing. Yeah,
3 times to be quiet.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you get a few off.
Get to the bite to it. You do it. Just so we're back on the same page.
I'm going back to the original.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
The original
All right.
stance. But also adding in the you're not response. Like,
right.
So what
Okay.
I just want to be clear. So what you're saying is if they responded back to you but ignored that question.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm telling you.
Or that statement. They
they just
statement.
didn't respond.
Right.
But
that's
continue
cool.
the yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I would be clarify like I am doing now to hey.
Like you need an answer first.
Absolutely. If I'm at this woman, like Lex said, she's intentionally dating. It's not a like, hey, I'm trying to introduce you to my kids tomorrow. It's I'm dating to potentially marry, find a life partner. I need to know if you're on board for this.
Right.
Or are you like how when I'm going to start dating again, just looking to have a good time. Like the gentleman was mad. I didn't tell him I had the kids, remember?
Right, yeah.
And I was like, why? You're never going to fucking meet my kids, ever. Like, so I think, but we don't know. And he said, like, I would want to know. I think it's just a matter of like, hey, this is what I'm dating for. This is the long run. If we're not on the same page, why even go on a date? Why even talk? Why even hang out? Why even invest in each other at all? Why even catch feelings when if on the 3rd week or the 4th date, that's when I'm saying, hey, by the way, just so you know, like anybody I'm going to get serious with, I would like them to be comfortable being around my children and being a positive influence. They have their dad. I'm not looking for a dad, but I am looking to be able to spend time with my children and a significant other and, build a life together and you be an important, person. And if you're like, actually, no, I'm just dating to like have a good time, or actually, I don't want children, or my children are grown, actually.
Okay,
like,
that's what I was going to get to.
like, then it's like, oh, okay, well, perfect. Yeah, we had a good vibe. Yeah, there was an attraction. Yeah, there was a spark. But it's better now that we did it because we're not aligned. And so I think like in this day and age, like he should be grateful. It wasn't like he got weirded out because he felt, and men do this. Like, you guys get all weird. You feel like trapped, or you feel like we're being weird, or it's like, nah, nigga, we're just trying to fucking clarify. And y'all sometimes can't handle that, and you get all spooked. Okay, and great. I'm glad you're spooked because, again, we're not aligned. And that's why the conversation would be over if you dodge. I'm probably not clarifying. If you dodge the statement, you're probably blocked. I'm out.
What if I don't know, though? That's why I dodged it.
What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know?
Okay, here we go. Let's play the game.
You don't know what?
I'm assuming, right, that it's wild for you to make that statement because you don't know that I'm okay with this in the first place. If you tell me if what we didn't do is the context is maybe she already talked about having kids and all that shit, and he's cool with it. And he's all right. She's got kids. Cool. Let me just further to see if I like this person. Yeah. Right now, if you're saying like, yo, these kids don't need a dad, they got one when they gone or whatever. But if we do continue on, like, yeah, you got to be that figure in the home.
You got to be cool.
Cool. Let me figure out if I like you first, because I don't know. I can't give you an answer to that if I don't know.
So, isn't that so? That's interesting because you're saying it's the same thing, kind of the waited out game.
Yes.
So, like homegirl, she's like. She waited it out. She got lucky. And so you're saying, hey.
You're blocking your blessings.
You're saying, hey, I can't give you an answer yet because I don't know if I like you enough. No. I want to know right now, is this man ready, willing? Like, he's like, girl, like, you know what?
The assumption,
I want.
If I do like you enough, then I can do that. Right?
No, I'm looking for someone who's like intentional, like I want a family.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But what if I have kids already? We don't know that about him.
Okay.
Right? And my point still stands then because I have my own children to protect too.
Yeah.
So my question is, how do we coexist without even our kids being involved? Right? Before I even get there, do I like this person enough to get my family involved? I understand
what you're saying, but I do. But do you not see how people would, man or woman, if it's like, hey, this is the long game, and if you're wishy-washy or it depends on how much you like me, I don't even want to waste time. Like, I don't even want you to spend $1 on me. I don't even want to, because now maybe you're not sure if you want to have kids. Your kids are grown. You're like, I don't really know if I want to start over, but now you like me. Now you catch feelings, and now you're like, well, I guess I'm willing to do it. Well, there's a part of you that's always going to be a little resistant, or there's a part of you that might be a little bit resentful, or there's a part of you that's going to know that you kind of compromised because ideally you were done having kids, or your kids were grown enough, or you didn't want to start over, or you weren't sure if you wanted to take on any kind of responsibility of being around someone else's children that weren't biologically yours. But now because you like me, you're willing to bend it, and that's great. I'm glad you like me enough to do that for me. Awesome. But I'm looking for somebody who's already at that point in their lives, and they're like, I'm willing and open. If I meet a woman and she has kids, great. I have a heart to love and a home, and I'm ready to add that. Or if she doesn't have kids, then great. Like, do you see what I'm saying though? Like,
I get what you're saying. I feel like that's fair, but I'm with what you're saying. 3 weeks in.
and I'm like, you know how much you can catch feelings in 3 weeks? You know how much money you can spend on somebody in 3 weeks? If we're going on several dates, I see how much guys pay at the end of our date. Like, you know, you can never date me, Carl.
Right. But what I'm saying,
I'm triple your minimum.
But well, they talking shit. But if that is the case, if you are triple my minimum and I'm willing to pay that, I have to like you first.
And then what?
It's not about your kids.
And then now we're 3 weeks in, and you're like, you know what? I just don't like you enough. Well, great. I really like you, and now because you don't like me enough to fucking deal with my kids, I'm Boo Boo the clown.
Oh, what if I don't even like your kids either?
Oh,
Then
hey,
that's a bar.
Wait a minute.
That's a bar. Hey,
you're
come
not-
on. Hey, yo,
Wait a minute.
Grown Folks Podcast Network.
Let me tell you.
Grown
With
Folks
the twins-
Podcast
With
Network.
the twins
I was
and
with you.
and my son with
With who?
autism and
I was
magic.
with her before
Nah,
this whole
fuck
part.
that. So when I'm seriously dating, that is the first thing I will say to a motherfucker. Hey, hi, we just met. Ha ha ha. It seems like there's a little bit of chemistry here.
That's all I'm saying.
feeling it. Before we go out.
Before we go anywhere else.
Just so you know.
I don't want no more kids.
I don't
That's
want
what I
no more
was saying.
kids. And I'm actually seriously dating for a serious partner who wants children in their lives, who doesn't mind the fact that I have twins and
That's
one has
what I was
autism.
saying.
I'm sorry if that seems like too much, because you got to decide if you like me or not. Great. If
100%.
you're not with it, then that immediately
Most
lets me
people
know.
are
Off
gonna
an
say-
app though? We're
most-
saying this off an
No,
app.
but here's the thing.
Exactly.
Most
If I met you off the app and I
Yes.
swiped right,
And
Yeah.
most
and
people,
we said hi, and we had a 10-minute conversation.
Yeah.
And most people,
That is the expectation right now.
most people are gonna say,
Why do we
most
need to
pe-
keep talking if we're not
Listen,
on the same
I'm
page?
15 minutes
I'm
in.
saying most
Why do we need to
I'm
keep
not even
talking?
saying no.
Listen.
I'm not even saying no.
Listen.
But you're not saying, if you're not
Listen.
a hard yes,
I
that's the
got
thing.
it.
If you're not a
Oh,
hard
yes,
yes,
it's crazy off of
most
that white.
hard
No.
yes
Did you put
about-
your kids in the bio?
Yes.
What- I'm not dating like that. That's the
I
issue.
only
No,
get
no,
bitches
no, no, I'm not
because-
saying you specific. In my bad. No,
No, yeah.
I'm like,
But I'm
I
saying, did
only
this person
get-
put their kids in the
I
bio?
only
Like the
get-
photo?
they
Y'all
might
see
have.
people? Y'all see people picture with their kids
No,
on
I
the
only-
dating
no, I
website?
only
No, but
get
they will
girl-
say like proud mother. You know,
I
proud
only get
father,
girls because of my
full-time
kids.
That's cool. So if I'm
dad.
hitting you up, that means that either one, I'm trying to hit,
No.
or two,
No.
I actually
Those
hey,
are two different
Why
things.
I don't even
you-
look at stuff. That's weird to me to be
I
like,
think
oh,
it's-
she's a mom. I could be a great dad to that kid.
No, that's two
fucking
different
weird to me.
things. But no.
Well, when you say it like that,
Don't do that. No,
competitive,
no,
right?
Yeah, it
no,
does.
no.
But
Let me get
why
him. Let me
wouldn't
get
you
him.
wanna make
Don't do
sure you're on the
that.
same
Don't do
damn
that.
page?
Don't do that.
Why?
Because one,
You sound crazy.
Guess
to
what?
me.
Guess what?
You're the man I'm scared to meet.
No, you're not.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got
No, you're
it.
not. No,
I
I'm
got
not.
it. Yes,
If
you
I'm
know.
serious,
Listeners,
If
this is
I'm-
what we finally found
if
it.
I'm
I got
dead
it.
We found it.
serious-
I'm so glad we and her are arguing.
he
It's
making
respectful.
I
It
got
took
it.
it took months because I avoided every argument with you. 6 months ago, she would have fought me. Motherfucker.
I got it. Listen.
Elbow, bitch.
You know what
Elbow,
I've been
bitch.
through, okay?
And then
I'm
get both of them.
healing.
Let me tell-
Absolutely.
listen.
No elbow.
You're not gonna
The
sit.
fixture, okay? The damn
You're not gonna
fixture.
sit here and tell me if you saw a girl with a child in her profile that one
What?
that you cared enough that you wouldn't hit if she didn't give you the chance based on the fact that she was a mom or not. You
Wait.
don't care about the fact that she's a mom. Starting out. If all you cared about was hitting. You know what I mean? So don't do that.
Lex, I've dated women that had children.
No, because you're over here saying, "Oh,
my wife let me do the
got
trial run.
you got your child in your profile."
Let me do the
You don't
trial
care
run.
about that on the first.
I don't even know.
Yes,
Like, yo, what if? All right,
do
can
that.
we be all the way real?
I'm being all the way
Let's
real.
say that this girl is you. And then we're not
Okay.
talking about her, right?
No,
We're not,
you
we're
better-
hypothetical
you better
land.
fucking
But
relax.
if- But if you're the,
Look,
You better fucking relax.
but if you the dad, I'm like, yo, you see how he acting right now?
He
Hey,
can't
I need to have a choice.
You can't even get your sentence.
I get to have
out
a
when he's
fucking
mad.
choice. I get over there, I won't even know he an ally.
Huh?
The way
I'm not.
All of a sudden,
Look, I'm not.
All of a sudden, he don't do it. All of a sudden,
Bang,
he's going
bang.
in.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
trying
shot
to,
you
I'm trying
down.
to tell you.
Bang, bang.
I don't deal with that shit.
You hit the ground.
Look how he acted.
Bang,
Every-
bang.
Oh my God!
That
you gotta deal with
awful
him.
sound.
It's crazy.
Bang, bang.
Anyway,
I
He
want
went
to
from the
shoot
world's
you
greatest alley to killing a
down.
black man.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. No, just
I'll
me.
kill him dead.
Yeah, he not fucking with
Don't
me.
take
Listen.
that sound bit out of context.
But that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, we're not going to pretend that the fact that she has the children is going to deter you from hitting on the rip.
No, but
That's
but if
but
I
that's
like
what
you
this
enough,
is. That's what we're
but
talking about.
no, she's dating with intention.
She is,
She's
not
dating-
you. That's what we're.
Okay,
That's what
I
she
was with
asking
y'all
you.
until you said I was with you on this part until she said right, and I don't mean that. That's way crazy. My
So
bad.
this bitch said,
Listen.
That way
fucking
she
bitch
looked
right
at me.
here.
She said, "Get your fucking fingers off." me."
Listen.
And I seen it too. I was like, "Yo, that is kind of crazy." With the thumb touching the index finger too, like this. Look at this. Yo, that shit look crazy.
I was comfortable,
I
but
was
then
with
my body triggered.
Yeah,
but
like,
I saw
this
your
shit,
face.
do it again.
And I was like, I'm safe. It's Carl. It's okay. I'm safe.
My reason why that's
My
funny.
psyche was like,
I love this. I love the exchanges. My point is that she said right,
Yeah.
and she was specific about it. What
You
she
even
said,
got it, Mopo.
what she said was, and she was specific about it was,
What?
she would be done if I did not respond.
Yeah.
That's where it was like, yo, I'm cool with just like omitting or just accepting what you just said at first. But if you're demanding a response out of me, like and that's why I put the time parameters, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a day, a week, 2 weeks. And it was like, yo, that seemed kind of wild to me.
Because I feel like the lens that you're seeing it through is like she's asking him if he wants to be a stepdaddy 5 minutes going in.
Yes.
And what she's actually asking him is, are you dating with intention? Are you open
Yes.
to possibly, stepping in and dating with this kind of intention?
Possibly.
Before we move,
And my
any
answer is
further,
possibly.
I don't want to flirt with you.
And my
I don't
answer is
wanna
possibly.
share a joke.
If I'm really
You said
serious-
possibly, and I said yes, possibly.
Okay, you know what? I shouldn't have said the possibly because,
Seems like
because I'm a backtrack. Because if I'm seriously dating for a husband, I need to know. I do not want to go on a single date with you if you are not like, yeah.
Have you been like that before?
I never had this many kids before.
I said, look, I said
I ain't know what to fucking say.
on first
I ain't know what
dates.
to say.
On
I ain't know
first
what to say.
dates, like, yo,
I got a
you
lot
don't have
coming
any.
with me.
You don't have any kids. I assume. Maybe I'm being.
Like I'm being generous.
Maybe I'm being too forward, but I assume you might want a child. Assuming that I'm correct,
Okay.
I'm letting you know this isn't gonna work because I don't want no more kids. What do you want to do? And she's like, "Oh, you're funny. Let's keep going." Okay, now it's no longer my fault.
Yeah.
That's what I care about. I don't want to hear this. Oh, you led me on. You're a piece
And
of
that's
shit. Blah blah
exactly.
blah.
And that's
I'm not doing none of
and
that
that's
shit.
what I would get if I didn't disclose or I didn't really go
I'm
heavy on the
disclosing
kids.
everything.
And then I'm like letting you, I'm laying it all on
Right.
you. I'm letting you fall in love with me. I'm rubbing your head every night. I'm fucking sucking your dick. I'm making
Oh.
you feel good. I'm like, you're that man. And then now you're like, damn, this is my girl. She's this, she's that, she's that. Like I'm really rocking with her.
But I can't have
And then
no
I'm
kid
like,
with her.
hey. I'm really starting to like you. Like, I could see you coming around my kids. Like, what do you, eventually,
That
what
makes
would you
sense.
feel?
But
That
I'm
means
not,
you're
get, I'm not
But
getting
then-
that
but what
far.
if-
That's an investment.
If I have a
That's
But
an
what
thing to
if
investment.
tell
you
you.
really know that, like, you don't, that's
If
really
I have
not
a
what
big
you want.
right, if I have a big
But
thing
now
to tell
because
you,
I razzled and dazzled
I
you,
can't
you're
get
like,
that far with
that's
you.
all. hang out with you and the kids so you keep sucking my dick, bitch. It
I
feels so
can't
good.
get- right.
I
I
guess
can't-
I'll hang out with Magic and Marvel for a little
I
bit.
can't get
feel
that
like you
far with
trapping
you.
me, though.
No, exactly. That's why I can't get that far with you.
That's why we gotta get it
I don't want
off
to trap you if you don't know this
immediately.
information. I need to tell you, hey, I don't want a kid first. If you love me so much, if I'm
We're
that
giving you
fucking
two
funny afterward,
different
that's your
examples.
fault. If I'm so funny after I tell you I don't want no kids, that's your fault.
I'm not rolling.
That's real.
I'm not rolling.
Guess what?
Listeners, I'm gonna put
I
it.
eat pussy with
It's
the
good.
best of them. That's your fault. I told you. Guess what? You ain't having no seed with me.
Am I getting
My seed is precious.
What's wrong with him? Oh my god!
My seed-
With the
Let me
best
find
of
out,
them.
Lex. Let me find out.
With the best of them. With
the best of them.
I'll give you a rating. You
But
want
guess
the Uber
what?
rating?
Yeah, I don't want you to find my Uber rating
That's what it say
before
on
I
the
tell you this
positives. You know what they say,
information.
pros
You know
and
what I
cons
mean?
in the Amazon link.
Guess
Like,
what?
yeah, what are the customers
Sad as
saying
fuck.
about him?
Eat great pussy.
If you proceed after this, it
As
is
we proceed,
It is
Pessimistic
your
that
fault
licks
to give
great
you
clip.
with the
It is your
with
fault.
the best of them is crazy.
Yeah.
Good, huh?
I stand on that.
I
It's
thought
your
we had
fault.
plenty of titles.
It's your fault.
We're gonna end on that.
Yeah, you know what the title is?
We're
It's your fault.
No, with the best of them is
It's
where we
your
at.
fault.
Anything
With
else?
the best of them, there's nothing
I'm
else to say.
red.
There's
It's
nothing-
your
there's
fault.
nothing else to say. I'm hot. I don't
It's
even know
your
why.
fault.
It ain't even my
That's
coochie.
all I was saying. That's what I say. That's
I
what
can't even look at it right now. I can't even look at
that's
it.
what I say on day one.
That's crazy.
If you want children, I'm sorry,
Oh,
I can't
thought
do
you
that
said
for
on
you.
day one.
Yeah,
I
day
eat,
one.
I eat pussy,
I'll
with
get
the
if you
best of
say I'm okay with not having children, then maybe I'll get there. Hey,
That's
guess
crazy.
what? Guess what? If you're okay with that,
them. Wow. Pass, go, collect $200. Sit
Yeah.
on my face.
Shit,
it's
that's
a good
funny.
200.
Sit
All right.
on my
But guess
face.
what? You ain't getting no seed from me.
Hand clappers out of here. Let me save you.
Guess
man.
what?
Hand clappers out of here.
Yo, wait.
Nobody wants your seed. Now be quiet and use your face as a
Hand
seed.
clappers
That's
out of
wrong.
here.
That is incorrect.
Hand clappers out of here.
She's
Let me
hating.
save
She's
you.
hating because
Let
she
me-
ain't seen my DM.
Let me say you right now.
Oh.
Listen.
Hand clappers out of here. Yeah,
Guess
you
what?
See my
Guess
DM
what?
is crazy.
Listen. Soon enough, it ain't gonna be a problem.
Hit the hand claps. Damn.
You about to get in trouble.
Oh shit.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying.
It's not going.
Hurry up so I can hear the DM.
Yeah, man.
It
Yeah,
put,
so I
it
can
put
hear
me in
the
emergency. My bad.
deal. What did? Oh, that's why the phone was doing that shit. 3 cheers. Anything to celebrate? It's wild time. I ain't got nothing this year. I ain't got nothing. And we're hour 53. I don't need no 3 cheers. We good?
Yeah.
We're good.
That shit, he can't even play no music.
Shout out. Hey, that's great. You right.
Dang.
Yeah.
YouTubers don't care.
Yeah.
We'll do it then.
I
We'll figure
went through.
something out.
I don't know if y'all have like notifications on the YouTube or whatever. I went through today and I like hit the like button on all the joints.
No, I won't
Finally.
get them. I turned off all
No, I
my
have all
notifications.
notifications.
No, I
It's
did
too
that
bad.
because I'm like,
Everything.
hey, let's get it popping
Yeah.
because we had a conversation
Yeah.
about somebody else.
That
and
was kinda crazy.
I finally
You
found
found it where it was, huh?
and I was like, that shit was a year ago, but he did it 2 weeks ago.
I wanna
Oh,
know-
that episode was a
The
year old?
episode was a year ago,
Oh.
but he did it 2
Oh, I
weeks
want to know
ago.
what you guys are talking about when we get off.
That's even more odd.
Nah, but I mean,
Come
hey,
on, let's get off air so we can have cheese
Shout
man.
out. There we go.
Cheese man.
What y'all don't know is we talk about the real good stuff
Yeah.
off mic.
There we go. And we out.